Friday! Oh, yeah. Yay, yay. It's the Morning Huddle, 94.1, San Antonio Sports Star. I'm AJ. Look over here to my left. Look at this handsome fella. Zoom in on him, Vic. Zoom in. Get in real close and tight.
That's it. That's all I can do.
It's Mr.
wide-angle
Rob
lens.
Thompson.
Good morning, sir.
Oh,
Hey.
yes. Good morning, Robert.
We're here. We made it. Friday.
It's finally Friday. In the words of George Jones.
It's been an easy week, though.
Finally Friday.
Been an easy week.
No.
I mean, both of us only worked 4 days.
I know, but you spent your day off at the beach. I spent mine laying in bed, gagging and wheezing.
Well, you don't know what I was doing at the beach.
I know.
I was doing
You were judging bikini cartwheel contests.
Hence, gagging and wheezing.
Oh, what a life you've got.
I do. I live a good life.
I do.
Got football this weekend to watch.
Oh, my.
Last weekend without college sports.
Oh, yes.
Feeling it, brother. Feeling it.
Good morning, Victor Brown on the other side of the glass. What are you up to, Bubba? How's it going?
Going pretty good.
I see you got a car back, or is everything taken care of now?
Yeah, my daughter got to rent a car, and
All right.
my wife has been using my son's car, and then I got my blue car back.
Okay.
Here's to fine insurance.
I pay a lot, so yeah, I'm getting something.
They're going to drop you when this is all done. But enjoy it while you can.
Yeah.
I hope not.
No, trust me.
So if you
Trust me, this is coming.
have they decided that it's her fault?
They haven't. They don't
No
need
one
to
has decided
decide.
yet.
Yeah, no one's decided yet, but yeah, it was her fault.
That's no, we don't know that.
Yeah.
You're not
an expert.
Yeah,
I'd
you don't know.
I'd like to object to this.
Yeah. Well,
Supposition by a
the
non-expert.
guy she hit had a dash cam, so it was
Well,
her
I don't.
fault.
Dash cams can lie, man.
That's right. It could
Yeah.
be doctored
They could
video.
be manipulated.
Yeah, it could be doctored
Ever heard
video,
of a deep
yeah.
fake?
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I don't know. The guy was pretty redneck.
I'm a
I don't think he
skeptic.
could figure it out.
You say what?
He was pretty I don't want to say. You know
Did he
what
seem
type?
unhinged? Was he abnormally angry? Did he seem like he was out of kilter?
Actually, I'm waiting for she still hasn't sent it. She took a video of him yelling at her,
Just saying.
Yeah.
That does speak to the state of mind.
and I was like, all I can say, if I was in the car, I would have probably threw punches at him for talking like that to my
Not
daughter.
judging.
You know.
I'm not.
Yeah, but it's all done, and yeah, she's got to rent a car. I think they're gonna assess the damage today, and then figure out how long if they're gonna total it out or they're gonna pay.
Well,
her
let's
out.
all hope it's totaled.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, it's an older car. I don't want that car fixed.
Oh, so you could become extremely wealthy all of a sudden.
No,
Get
she
run
is.
into
Yeah.
a large amount of money.
Well, at this point, we're just
Yeah.
trying to remain even, Steven.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
that would be
goal
nice.
is to
I
be
just-
as you were the minute prior to the accident.
Correct. That's how I want it. Yeah.
Well, good luck with that, friend.
Good luck with that. Good luck.
Good
with
luck.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, it's a Football Friday, as Rob mentioned. Now, it's only a preseason
Hey, I don't care.
Football Friday.
I don't care. I'm watching 2000 Florida versus Florida State because I don't know the outcome. I'm watching those games right now in the box format with Keith Jackson making the call.
My buddy Matt, he came in here before. He's the world traveler.
Mm-hmm.
He sent me a text yesterday, and he said, he's fiending for football, and he was watching Miami versus Florida State.
I think I watched that same game. I think the ACC network is stuck on Florida State right now, and I think I've watched 3 Florida State. I've watched Bobby Bowden do a game. I've seen Jimbo coach a game.
This was 1994.
There we go. That's
Florida State at Miami. No, he was watching it on YouTube.
Oh, well, that's the same thing.
He's such a 90s sports nerd. He watches like old games on YouTube.
If I don't know who's going to win, it's still fun.
And he saw the one of the players popped up, like one of the
Bios?
the profiles, yeah. And it was brought to you. This is how old it was. It was brought to you by Sega Sports.
Sega.
Sega. And it's Dwayne Johnson,
The Rock.
senior defensive tackle. GPA, you want to guess?
He has no grade point average.
2.1.
2.8.
There we go. All you
was
needed
in the
was a
twos.
7.5.
And what's his major?
Probably kinesiology.
Hold on.
Worse.
Parks, grass management.
Business.
General studies.
See,
If you've got a 2.8 in general studies and you go on to be worth about $500 million, you did something right.
Yeah.
hey, man.
It goes to show all you've got to do is pick up heavy things
Well,
and
yeah.
you can be anything.
And shave your head.
you know what they call the guy that graduated last for medical school?
Doctor.
Yes.
Yeah.
So just get the degree. They ain't
No,
they ain't gonna
you know
ask
what they
your
call
grade
him?
point.
They call him Rockter.
Oh!
Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
So you're implying that 2.8 got into med school? That 2.8 general studies had a chance at med school.
Well, Texas
Maybe somewhere in the Dominican.
Whatever works.
No, it
somewhere
was
in
Texas
Curacao.
Tech.
Or at the University of Miami, perhaps.
I doubt
as long
it.
as he was staying around for that 5th year.
Sadly, I don't think he was that good.
No, he was.
He was too stuck in the wrestling thing.
Yeah,
I've seen the series.
Let's just say he went on the right path.
Well,
He took the right path. It was the better path.
You mean owning a football league?
Well, that eventually it got there, but I'm more mean like becoming the Scorpion King and things like that, and
that was all due to the eyebrow.
driving Fast and Furious. And
Did he do Fast and Furious?
oh yeah,
Yeah, he was in 5, I think.
All 5 of them? I
No,
always think of the other
number
dude.
five.
number 5.
Yeah, number 5.
I always think of the other dude.
5 or 6.
Vin
The other muscle
Diesel?
guy. Yeah, I was thinking.
Oh
of the
well,
other
him and
muscle
Vin Diesel have beef.
guy. Well, there's a lot of beef between them.
Yeah, I'd like to
Couple
see
of
him. I'd
meatheads.
like to see him wrestle.
Do they argue about how much you bench?
I don't think
I'll
that's
bench you.
I don't think that's much of a contest.
Why?
I don't think that matters anymore.
Vin Diesel is lean strong. I don't think he's rock strong.
Oh,
You know what I
they
mean?
both look big.
Like Vin Diesel's feels like, I feel like he's a big person, but I feel like The Rock is like a giant.
I bet they don't get along because they fought for the same roles for a minute. Yeah.
Absolutely. Like
Yeah.
we want the jacked bald guy.
Who was there's Vin Diesel? And was there another one? Was there a third muscle jack dude that was trying to make movies? It was only Diesel. It was him.
I think he's the
Yeah.
the bald jack guy.
Yeah.
I think they were kind of
Yeah.
the Jason Statham, but he
He's more of a karate man.
he's also white. And like at some point you got to
Yeah, but
choose:
he's
do you want a
British.
white guy in your movie, or do you want some ethnicity? And
Some vaguely exotic.
yes, that's what it was basically. Like The Rock is half
Not quite.
He's
A lot
like
of halvesy going on over
The
here.
Rock is half black, half Samoan. Yeah,
Didn't he play
or
Moana?
some kind of
Or
islander?
The big guy in Moana?
Yeah.
What was that? Yeah.
I don't know what that. But you know what? I bet that probably made him more money than anything. Like
Right.
again, cartoon movies print money.
Yes, they do.
Print money.
Because you will take your kids to see it.
That's
Have
right.
you ever met his former wife that actually is running the UFL?
No. So
Dany.
he works with his ex-wife.
Oh yeah, they're still business partners. Google her, Dany, and just Dany Rock ex-wife.
Let's
She looks
see.
a lot like him.
Oh, Dany Garcia?
She does.
Not what you'd have expected, right?
Not what I would have expected at all.
Mm-hmm. She's the brains of the operation.
Well,
Just
What does she have, a 2.8?
she's the smart one. She's got a 2.9.
Oh.
almost a B.
Almost a B.
yeah. Listen,
I am not one to talk grade point. I'm not going to cast a stone anywhere.
here's all I know. She married The Rock.
Uh-huh.
Smart move.
Yeah, I think equal. I'm serious. I think as far as the money goes, she's the brains. She's done most of the financial stuff.
So she married The Rock in 1997.
When they were just young, just beginning.
When did The Rock start to become a star? He first started wrestling in 1996.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm guessing
She looks like a wrestler.
I'm guessing she married him right before he got famous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right before she got, or like right as he was starting to get famous. He wasn't even called The Rock yet. He was called Rocky Maivia when they got married.
Did you ever see the series about how he started up? There was a whole TV series about
No.
his wrestling family and all that went on prior to the startup.
No. Is it interesting?
No.
Oh.
Well, it was to the extent that I remember seeing it.
Well,
But I've never been a huge, rock fan.
why not?
I enjoy the movies. But
Are you
I've
jealous of his body?
No. I've got as big of boobs as he does.
Mm,
I got moobs.
I don't know. You can't. I bet you can't make yours.
Well, depending on if I'm on a bumpy road.
I can make mine move.
Well, Vic, you're jacked. Are you still
yoked?
Remember when you were exercising?
Yeah.
Did you stop that?
No.
Oh, you're still doing it?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you did it for like 3 days, and you're like, this is stupid.
No, look.
He goes till something pops
Take
or
your shirt
snaps.
off. Let's see it. Let's see Vic with his shirt off.
Yeah, Vic's probably lost.
Getting
I would
there.
say.
Oh, I can see a little definition.
I would say over the last 3 years,
Right here.
Vic, you've probably lost 30 pounds.
Good for you,
yeah.
Victor.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah, I got the six-pack showing a little bit.
Good
It's
for
getting
you.
there. It's crawling out.
Well,
Trying to.
the Rock, they'll never be able to take away his 1991 national
No,
championship.
he does in fact own
Oh,
that, and
he
the
is a
picture of him
champion.
with a fanny pack and the gold necklace with the turtleneck.
That
They'll
too.
never be able to take that away from him.
And his WrestleMania match against Stone Cold Steve Austin.
One of the greats of all
will
time.
go down in
Forgot
history.
about that.
It
But
is-
seriously, she's guided his career and also handled a fair amount of the publicity and stuff that he has been a part of, even though they've been long divorced.
good for her. I mean,
Hey, man, if you know it, good things, sometimes you just can't be married.
yeah. And also, when I bet she's got a percentage of his worth.
Oh, I guarantee you.
And
I bet they're worth about the same.
if
if the paperwork was written right, they are.
Imagine
if I'd have been around the lawyer part of that, they would be.
If we parted amicably, you and I did, and you went on to do a radio show with someone else, and I made $5 every time you made 10, I would be your biggest supporter.
Seriously.
I would
Like
be
I
like,
said,
hey, Rob is the best
we part as
radio
friends.
guy in the
And
world.
if you need me, I'll be at the beach. If you need me, I'll be at the golf club, or the gun club, or the beach, and go watch his show. It's great.
yeah, I would be the Rock's agent too
that's
if
what I'm
I was
saying.
getting half of what
So,
whatever he made.
Like legitimately, when the league was getting going, they came to town, and through all of the press, through all that I saw, she was the brains. She was the one running stuff. You went through her first.
Oh.
Now, I think she started managing his career in 2008, which is right around the time he got famous. And she became she founded a production company.
Mm-hmm.
Baywatch, Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, Shazam.
We're upwards of $1 billion right there.
Hobbs and Shaw, which is a Fast and Furious movie.
That was okay.
Jumanji, The Next Level, Jungle Cruise, Red Notice.
Well, even though her name's on it, that's both her and The Rock that are running this thing. But it
yeah,
just goes to show that she's played a huge role in the development of what the character that is The Rock.
Oh, gosh, why couldn't I marry The Rock?
Well, you'd have to deal with a little of that, though.
I mean, that would have been worth it. She produced a show called Rock in a Hard Place, which is
was like
youth
an MTV
prison
show.
boot camps in Miami, Florida. It was on HBO. I've never seen that. I've watched almost everything on HBO. I don't know how I missed that. But, yeah, dude. I mean, if you're getting a chunk of all the Rock's movie stuff, you figured it out, man. Good for her. All right, that's enough. That is the last of our talk about The Rock.
That was our
Yeah,
TMZ
that was it.
segment. That was
Know
it.
your role and shut your mouth, jabroni. It's enough talk about The Rock for one day.
Jabroni. That's when I hit the remote. Click.
He founded that word, basically.
He did, yes.
He really did. He put that word into the lexicon.
All right, me bounds.
Oh, jabroni way cooler than me bounds. Although I don't think Rock trademarked jabroni. That would have been the move. That would have been the powerful play.
Too late
I wonder
now.
if you could have.
I mean, if you can copyright me bound, why wouldn't you be able to?
I don't know. I don't know if jabroni was it sounds like something that's been around for a minute. I bet somebody screamed jabroni in Brooklyn at some point in the 40s.
Maybe so. It's like when the guy invented crumb bum. I wish I would have come up with that. I mean,
yeah.
to me,
See,
that's
that-
the
he
best
didn't
thing to
invent
call
that.
a loser.
I think he was on his. I heard crumb bum a lot. I think that
Did
was
you?
the thing they said back in the 30s.
God, what a
Crumb bum
cool
seed.
thing. I would have said that every day if I lived in the 30s. I would have called everyone a crumb bum.
A crumb bum. I don't find that particularly offensive. That doesn't.
It's
Bum, huh?
it's not offensive, but it is like
I feel like
it
I could
makes
do
you
worse.
It makes you think. Like if I were to get into an altercation at a bar and I'd call a guy a crumb bum.
If you scream crumb bum, you sound like a dude that's like, I'm gonna have to stop cussing, so I'm gonna have to come up with other words.
What if I say you effing crumb bum?
See that now you're starting to get in there where you're like an angry man with something in his soup. You say crumb bum.
I don't know. I like it. I feel like it's a good insult.
It's an insult, but it's not one that I crumb bum. Well, you hear that and you're like, well, you could have said something about my mother.
It's like you're like it's like someone
father
calling you a low life.
If I was a different, yeah. I mean, it's kind of, but a low life at least they're a crumb bum.
Oh, that's worse than low life. I think you're a crumb bum.
Okay, it just doesn't make me that mad. Damn, you could call me worse.
If someone called me a crumb bum in real life, oh my God, I would be so mad.
Crumb bum. Yeah, it doesn't anger me as much.
Well, that's what I would. That's what I would use next time I get into an altercation. I'm gonna call somebody.
Finish it with C.
No.
C.
I'm gonna say you're a real crumb bum.
There we go. You got to sound like a.
You're a real crumb bum. You know.
C.
You see.
We'll see. We'll see how it works in real life. Next, you know what? Next year when we go to the Rudder Room, I'm going to call someone a crumb bum.
That might get you killed.
I'm going to get drunk on cheap whiskey and call someone a crumb
bum.
The
Rudder Room in discussions is gentrifying.
What do you mean?
It's not quite as dirty as it used to be. There are like young people there. I mean, it's still a horrific bar. No, let's not kid ourselves. But it's not as nearly as horrific as it was.
Now, you guys went 3 times. I went once. And the one night that I went, it was as trashy as ever.
Yeah, it's
the gals that were in there that night.
Well, see, that's the difference. There didn't used to be any women in there. It was just a bunch of old toothless salts.
These were borderline women.
Yeah, these were. I am a barfly.
Oh man.
Hey, Vic, these women were so gross.
Well, how gross were they?
They were so gross that I told them I was gay, and I pretended to be gay for the next 2 hours so they would not talk to me.
Yeah,
so they would have no interest in me.
Did you cross your legs and sit like
that? We're going to end this discussion here.
Oh, that's how gross they were.
Gross they were.
Yeah, I didn't want them to talk to me. All right. Enough of that. Enough of that, and enough of The Rock.
Yeah.
All right, we got plenty to talk about today. You know what we're gonna do, Rob, in the 7 o'clock hour? I want to go through these NFL games coming up this week, and I want to ask you, what's one thing you're watching for in this game?
Uniforms.
That could be it. That could be it.
New unis.
You know, what I saw yesterday. The funniest thing I saw yesterday was Michael Penix doing a press conference,
and I saw the someone needs some spell check.
Yeah.
Well, actually, the spell check was correct.
You're right.
You just need to put
Penix
into your library because that's not how you spell Penix.
Yeah, they put Michael Penix Jr.
Michael
on
Penix Jr. That's so unfortunate, man. Because as soon as he made it back to the locker room, you're not gonna be able to live that down, brother.
I would start calling him Mike. I would start calling him Micro. Michael Micro Penix Jr.
I'm telling you,
that'd be cool.
The ramifications of what some idiot intern did to this guy's life over the next 6 months.
I'm guessing he's not the first one who's ever done that.
No, but this is his new team. There's some dudes. I mean, he's the quarterback of the team, and everybody's sitting watching this, and it's hitting everybody's social media. Yeah, he's going to hear it tomorrow. There's going to be a sign in his locker. There's going to be all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to have a jersey.
He's doomed.
Oh, yeah. If I had anything to do with it.
I mean,
oh, man. The pictures he's going to find in his playbook.
Oh, yeah.
The things. Wait till you see when we do some video work.
Oh, yes. Ooh, is that a curl route?
Oh, what is that? And see, we're going to hook here, and we're going to hook here.
That's
and
never
then
good.
We're going to make a circle here, and we're going to cut over here. What's that? Oh, that's Michael Penis.
Jeez.
Show him the flag route.
The flag route. Get it, Michael?
Crumb bum. All right, we'll be right back. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Saturday afternoon at 6. The Cowboys are back home from training camp for their second preseason game, taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Pre-game at 5. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Looks like we do have a couple of stalls. I-10 westbound at 1604 got a right lane blocked. And on 281 southbound San Pedro, that stall's been moved off a main lane. It's now off to the right shoulder. Road work continues. 35 southbound, that off-ramp to BAMC is blocked. And I-10 westbound, the off-ramp to Zool Road. This road work is blocking the exit ramp. Ongoing road work downtown. 35 lower level northbound Laredo Street to Alamo, closed with bridge joint repair work. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radio.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Perfect for instant contact with an aging parent. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get an extra 60% off, free UPS shipping, and add code RADIO for an extra 5% off.
The granddaddy of all hunting shows is back, and we are ready to cross the state of Texas to bring the best hunting show to a city near you. The Hunters Extravaganza is a great event for the whole family. We have the latest and greatest the hunting world has to offer, from products to hunts, and features seminars with Dr. Deer, Gary Robertson, and more. Come enjoy attractions like rattlesnakes, gator country, a fish tank, and many more. Join us in San Antonio for the Hunters Extravaganza. Get tickets at ttha.com. Brought to you by the Texas Trophy Hunters Association.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
We're on the air with Joe Exotic. Okay, so we get two baby tigers. Like, in 6 months, what do they weigh?
About 80, 90 pounds in 6 months.
80, 90 pounds?
They'll start eating a cow a week about a year and a half.
Really? Now, if you have a dog that you don't like, do you just throw it in there?
John. People have been known to feed their husbands to them, so why not a dog?
The John Clay Wolf Show.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's your city and your budget. Meet us in your neighborhood for a town hall meeting in August to learn about the proposed budget. Find the dates and locations at sa.gov/budget or call 311. See you there.
Have you or a loved one been arrested? Call the law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, and get the aggressive legal help you deserve. From criminal defense to personal injury, attorney Jesse Hernandez and his powerhouse team are ready to fight for your rights. Calls are answered 24/7 because legal trouble doesn't keep office hours. Call 210-807-8656 or visit jessehernandezlaw.com. That's jessehernandezlaw.com. The law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, has your back.
Most of us go to the doctor when we're sick or need prescriptions refilled. But at the Institute for Functional Health, we offer a different and complete version of primary care. This means you will get the medications you need, but we will also put together a custom game plan to fix the root cause and allow your body to heal itself. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health, and we help people get off of medications. Call me for a free consultation, 468-1891, or online at iffhealth.com. You will experience a doctor's visit unlike any you've ever had. 468-1891.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems, like snoring, aches and pains, hot sleep, or even an old saggy mattress that can keep you up at night. And our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And right now, save up to $700 on Tempur-Pedic, plus a $300 instant gift. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
For the fans, for the world. On August 23rd and 24th, the Netflix phenomenon, K-Pop Demon Hunters, is coming to theaters. For 1 weekend only. Join the sing-along event. Seal the honeymoon with us. K-Pop Demon Hunters, a sing-along event in select theaters. August 23rd and 24th. Rated PG. Get tickets now at singkpopdemonhunters.com.
You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime!
1 by 03. Oh, good morning, everybody. It's a part of my fantasy.
Right now, I'm sitting at a Pac-Man table at a Pizza Hut on Military Drive. Got that perfect mix of caffeine and.
You have a jean jacket on?
I got my my guest jacket on, a couple of pins, my lightning bolt earring on the make.
A friend named Damone.
I got my
Oh, man. Friends, it's a big Friday. Friday on the show. Happy Friday to everybody. Good morning to everybody on the Brigade Bar. I see some of the regulars here. I see Greg and Franklin and Joe and Claymore and SRS. Oh, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good to have you guys in.
That's me.
Oh, come on.
A little reverb there. I was listening to our mayor.
Oh, I thought you were listening to me.
Former mayor. No, earlier. The sound popped up.
I was listening to a former mayor also.
Yes, you had Hank on.
Yes, and he disagrees with the current mayor. He says, stop effing around.
Our mayor has stepped into a minefield of which he did not know the severity. I think that the pushback has been remarkable.
Yes.
And sometimes you choose to die on the wrong hill. Let's hope that discretion becomes the better part of valor here.
I wanted to discuss something that came out yesterday, and I guess we don't have enough time to get into it, but it came out late last night, and I was fascinated by this list, and I think there's a lot of discussion to go around it as football comes into season. Did you see CBS Sports post the all-time All-America team?
No, I didn't, and that's rife with possibilities.
Oh, there's controversy
because there's so many names that come to mind. We're talking about thousands of possibilities.
Oh yes,
I'm excited.
Honoring 100 years of college football
because
greats.
If you ask me, like, who is the greatest at this position or that position you ever saw?
Well,
that's pretty incredible.
Robert, guess what? We're going to do that in the next segment.
Because I can see how there's going to be some debate.
We're going to do that in the next segment.
Because we're talking only college.
College football.
Like only college. Like guys like Charles White and Archie Griffin.
Yes.
Are not even considered pros, but when you put them in the pantheon of collegiate athletes, they're up in the cream of the crop. And people go, who?
Yes.
Archie Griffin? Oh, yeah, he won the Heisman twice.
That's right. So we'll do that next. I want to go through that list. Don't peek now.
Oh, I'm not gonna.
Don't peek.
I
want it to be a fun game.
I believe it to be.
Yes. We'll do that next. It is the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Want to see Dallas take on Atlanta at AT&T Stadium? AARP is hooking you up. I want winners. Just head to sasportstar.com and register to win a pair of tickets to the Cowboys' final preseason game, Friday, August 22nd at 6 p.m. 1, 2, 3, Cowboys! It's your chance to catch America's team live before the regular season kicks off. I like this kind of party! From AARP and 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Looks like we do have a couple of stalls. I-10 westbound at 1604 got a right lane blocked. And on 281 southbound San Pedro, that stall's been moved off a main lane. It's now off to the right shoulder. Road work continues. 35 southbound, that off-ramp to BAMC is blocked. And I-10 westbound, the off-ramp to Zool Road. This road work is blocking the exit ramp. Ongoing road work downtown, 35 lower level northbound Laredo Street to Alamo, closed with bridge joint repair work. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radio.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Business owners can now keep in touch with up to 200 staff members at one time. Go to rapidradios.com now for up to 60% off and free shipping.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hola, mi esposo se lastimó en un accidente ayer. ¿Me puede ayudar?
Claro que sí. Estamos aquí para servirle.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7. Our team of Texas attorneys has been helping people injured in car, truck, or 18-wheeler wrecks for more than 25 years. And there's no fee unless we win. Y hablamos español. If you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Hi, everybody. Joe Reinagle here for the Golf Club of Texas. I absolutely love the Golf Club of Texas. They've made so many improvements to the golf course, from brand new cart paths to resodding the greens and fairways. You might think it's a private club, but it's not. It's open to the public 7 days a week. Best rates are always online at golfclubtexas.com. That's golfclubtexas.com. The Golf Club of Texas, you know where it is, right there off Briggs Ranch Road off Highway 90. The Golf Club of Texas is the friendliest golf course in Texas.
Hey, listen up, San Antonio. Many of the successes you've had began with a great opportunity. Now, here's another one. Get started on your degree or certificate in San Antonio. Choose from more than 135 degree and certificate programs, faster onboarding, and more from University of Maryland Global Campus. Get personalized local support services and take online or hybrid courses right here in San Antonio. Visit UMGC at San Antonio or umgc.edu/SATX.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Connecticut water systems are the best of the best. I personally have one in my home. All those other water softener systems out there are junk in comparison.
For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station at your kitchen sink. $400 off with trade-in and 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit. Call Connecticut of San Antonio and the Hill Country. 210-656-PURE.
Check them out at ConnecticutSA.com and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
License number 38961.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from IQ Bar. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at eatiqbar.com/policy/terms of service.
Most protein bars are packed with sugar, carbs, and unpronounceable ingredients. There's a much better option. I'm Will, and I crafted IQ Bar plant protein bars with clean, functional, delicious ingredients to empower doers like you with superior brain and body fuel.
Now you can get 20% off all IQ Bar products plus free shipping when you text IQ Bar to 64,000. That's IQ Bar to 64,000.
This is Jason Penix. You're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
All right. Time for a real crowd pleaser, Rob. You ready? I teased it. I'm ready for it. The all-time All-America team, all-time, honoring 100 years of college football greats.
See, let's go ahead and just throw out and just give me the names of the old ones that I would never even, like Red Grange or Bobby Lane or something like that I'm not going to throw out. I mean, anything prior to, say, 1975.
Okay. Prior to 1975, on the first team, you've got a guard named John Hanna from Alabama.
John is a legend.
Okay.
Went on to New England and had certainly one of the greatest careers ever.
This one I'm not familiar with. Jim Parker, a guard from Ohio State, 1956.
No, I don't know that. Is Dean Steinkuhler on there? Any of the Nebraska linemen that were?
Chuck Bednarik is on there.
Chuck, well, he was
from 1947 to 48.
He made his bones as a linebacker later on. Yeah.
At the University of Pennsylvania, but he was a center at University of Pennsylvania.
So he played for he was an Eagle, right?
He played all over the place, or a Steeler, I think. I don't know. It was before my time. This is right before 1975, but you may have gotten this one. Randy White from 1974 from Maryland.
The Manster.
Defensive end. Defensive tackle from 1929, the University of Minnesota, Bronco Nagurski.
All right. No, I probably would have thrown that name out because of just the legendary status.
You would also probably have eventually gotten to 1964 linebacker from Illinois.
Dick Butkus.
There you go. Dick Butkus is also on the first team.
What kind of a name is Butkus anyway?
On
it was a mean one.
The second team, guards were only good in prehistoric days. John Smith from Notre Dame in 1927.
Yeah, see. Yeah, I'm not. You could just give me names.
And
they could be in the WNBA for all
the safety named Al Broski from Illinois in 1951.
Bill Brasky?
So there you go.
All right.
So who do you think, let's start with the headliner, the first team quarterback.
The best college quarterback I ever saw was Tim Tebow.
Number one. He is the first team offense
I hate
quarterback.
to say it. It's painful, and there is a separation between college and pro. But I lived in the Florida orbit during the 08, 09, 10. The Tebow era, and I've never seen anything like it. And I lived through Manziel at A&M.
Yeah.
I mean, our savior. And Tebow was more than that.
Who was second team?
The second best quarterback I ever saw was Dan Marino at Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Doug Flutie?
Flutie was pretty impressive, but it was one play. It was that Boston College-Miami play. But as far as quarterback that I go, oh, my gosh, this guy's amazing, was Marino that senior year at Pittsburgh was pretty ridiculous.
I don't know. I think there's an argument you could switch 1 and 2 here. These would have been my top two. I don't know gun to head who I would pick 1 versus 2.
Well, there's Vince.
Vince is the second team.
I should have gone with Vince because he wasn't the greatest college quarterback I ever saw, but he played the greatest quarterback game in college I ever saw.
I mean, a couple of them. And
the USC run to the right touchdown was the greatest. I mean, it pains me to say it, but
the
that
Michigan game the year before, like it
went even bigger. I mean, that USC play will live forever. It was, and just on that alone, he made the list. But because of the year before and all of that, I think is worthy. He would be too.
So those are your two quarterbacks.
And my problem will be separate pro skill from collegiate.
You have to remember
all that. And Marino had the pro skill, the likes of which I'd never seen.
And Tim Tebow had almost none.
None, exactly.
So, all right. Running backs, there are 4 total. So 2 first team, 2 second team.
Earl Campbell to me was the best I ever saw. And pick your favorite USC back, whoever that might have been. It could be OJ, it could be Charles, it could be Marcus Allen. I mean,
none of them.
Those guys I'll never forget. Curtis Warner was a hell of a running back that blew my mind. Archie Griffin, because the 2 Heismans has to be on there.
Archie Griffin is on the second team.
Yeah. The greatest I ever saw. Earl was the best I ever saw.
2 of them played for the Dallas Cowboys.
Tony Dorsett at Pittsburgh.
Tony Dorsett was second team.
Pretty crazy, yeah.
And one of them was a part of a trade that
Herschel? Yeah, well, of course,
Herschel Walker's on the first team.
You know what he needs to be? I forget.
A 3-time All-American.
Yeah, Herschel was a man amongst boys, no question.
The other running back on this list, and
What about Bo? Bo didn't get on there?
No, Barry Sanders.
Huh. Yes.
So
no question.
Barry Sanders, Herschel Walker are.
You could argue they're equal, but nobody better. Nobody better.
Brahma Bullpen says Vince was a great runner, not necessarily great quarterback.
But see, again, we're talking college quarterback.
Dude,
it doesn't
Vince Young
matter.
could sling it in college.
He could sling it, but he wasn't a pro quarterback. He was a great college quarterback, and that's what you have to forget. Everything stops after they left the campus.
All right, 4 wide receivers.
The best I ever saw. Anthony Carter at at Michigan.
I'll give you a hint. The first one was the oldest one was from 1991.
Early 90s. Rocket Ismail?
Nope. And the most recent one is from 2003.
There's too many.
Oh, actually, no. The most recent one is from 2020.
There's too many.
Okay.
I mean, I could go as recent as, Jamar Chase.
Jerry Rice?
Second team. No, he wasn't. He wasn't a D1 player.
Okay.
Second team, you've got Devontae Smith in 2020 and Desmond Howard from 1991.
Desmond was my Rajiv, and Desmond were right beside each other. Yeah.
First team, 1997, Marshall University, Randy Moss.
Yeah.
2003, Pittsburgh, Larry Fitzgerald.
It's crazy how Pittsburgh has 2 of the all-time. And I counted a third with Dan Marino.
Yeah. I mean, Pitt used to be a power program at one point.
Yeah, Johnny Majors won a title with him, yeah. Roger Staubach was one of the greats in college that is going to be out. That list is ridiculous. The number that the guys that I could bring up that aren't even going to be in the top 10.
All right, tight ends.
Best tight end I ever saw was Keith Jackson at Arkansas.
Oklahoma.
Oh, Oklahoma, that's right.
1986 and 1987 All-American. He is the second team tight end.
So the first?
The first team tight end is an active NFL player.
Oh. I don't know.
2023, Brock Bowers, who was an absolute
You're right.
weapon.
You're right. He was. I'm too close to it right now, but you're right. He was quite a weapon.
He was an absolute freak show and is still kind of an absolute freak show.
Tony Gonzalez at Cal was pretty impressive.
Tony Gonzalez, Jeremy Shockey.
Yeah, Shockey. The thing about Jeremy Shockey was, he came out of Dallas.
Did he?
He's a Dallas kid and ended up in Miami.
Yeah, but the problem with Shockey was they had like Jeremy Shockey.
He ended up being a lineman.
Kellen Winslow,
who ended up in prison.
Yeah, and Greg Olson, G-Reg, who hit him with the third leg, if you remember that song. But yeah, so it was just such a glut of talent.
Brock Bowers deserves to be on that list. I mean, collegiate tight ends, most universities view tight ends as super tackles for a long time. They were just smaller left tackles.
Well, I mentioned that the first team interior linemen are all old heads: John Hanna, Jim Parker, and Chuck Bednarik.
Tony Mandrich. I mean, Mandrich was this living legend by the time he came out of school, and of course he was a roid monster, but he was considered, at least collegiately.
Did not make the list. Did not make the list.
There's a few Aggie linemen that came through that were pretty legendary in college, all from the same family.
The second team interior lineman, I'm not familiar with this guy. I mean, he's right before I was born, but usually most of these guys I've heard of. Brad Buddy from USC.
It's Buddy.
Okay, Brad Buddy in 1979.
Yeah, I mean, that was Tailback U back then, so those guys got kind of famous.
John Smith from Notre Dame, 1927, and Dave Remington
that's
from Nebraska, 1981.
Nebraska had this run of great linemen in the late 70s. Again, they were an I-back U, so the linemen got a lot of credit for the big holes that they were breaking up.
The offensive tackles, the second, I'm not going to quiz you on these because that's tough. 1995 UCLA, Jonathan Ogden. And I believe Jonathan Ogden to be the best offensive lineman who's ever played
Biggest
football.
human being I've ever stood next to.
This guy, for the size that he was, could move like a ballerina. Like I think he's the best offensive lineman who I've ever seen.
Giant.
Bryant McKinney from Miami, that 01 Miami team.
I remember the name, but
and then the first team guys, 1982, 83, and 84, another guy from Pittsburgh, Bill Fralick.
Yeah, Bill Fralick. Yep.
And then didn't he do some pro wrestling?
He might have. He didn't have he had a decent pro career, but not like his collegiate years.
And then Ohio State, 1995 and 96, Orlando Pace, who was an absolute problem.
Another legend.
The punter, Johnny Rogers from Nebraska.
That's punt returner.
Punt returner. Or all-purpose, they call him.
Yeah, Johnny had a legendary call.
The second team was Tim Brown from Notre Dame.
Aggie stole his towel in the Cotton Bowl. I witnessed that.
The first team kicker?
There's been a few. Nobody from Texas or A&M made it?
No.
George Slavin didn't make it? Tony Franklin didn't make it?
No. From Florida State in 1998 and 99, Seabass, Sebastian Janikowski.
You know what? Respect. The dude could kick.
He was like the original fat dude kicker who could just boom it.
Well, he was the first fat kicker, and from that point on, I've been a huge fat kicker fan.
And a drunk kicker, which I like.
I like drinking kickers, too.
Nice.
also was like the first guy who was
First round
draft pick, and he was booming 50-yarders. Like when 50-yarders were like unheard of, he was doing it.
The legend of Seabass. He was a partier.
And then Martin Gramatica from Kansas State in 1997.
He had the giant head.
All right, the defense.
Best defensive player I ever saw.
Defensive ends. Let's go with pass rushers.
Anybody currently playing in the league? Is there one at least? From South Carolina?
None of these four guys are defensive, none of the four defensive ends are active.
You're going to have to give them to me.
2 from the 70s, and 1 from the 80s, 1 from the 90s.
Hugh Green on there? Any of the Selman brothers?
Hugh Green, 1978, 79, and 80. Another Pitt Panther All-American.
I'm telling you, it's crazy when we look back at what was. But, yeah, Hugh Green was pretty crazy.
Is on first team along with Randy White, who we mentioned earlier from Maryland.
None of the Selmans? Leroy Dewey?
No. The second team is Bubba Smith, Michigan State, 1996.
The greatest football game ever played.
And another Smith from 1984.
Bruce
Smith, Virginia Tech, who is...
Did Lawrence Taylor at North Carolina make it?
Lawrence Taylor is second-team linebacker. Yeah. Defensive tackles. Oh, you did. Leroy Selman is a defensive tackle here on the list. 1975, second team from Oklahoma.
I'll tell you, he was... ridiculous.
Along with 1994 Miami defensive tackle Warren Sapp. The first team defensive tackles, I mentioned Bronco Nagurski from back in the day. The second one,
it was like 205.
2009 Nebraska, the nastiest player I've ever seen.
Yeah,
Ndamukong Suh. An absolute.
Let me tell you, man, that guy was terrifying.
Oh, what a horrible.
Remember when he stomped that quarterback's hand?
Yes, what a horrible guy, but a hell of a football player. Your linebackers, I mentioned Dick Butkus' first team.
Mike Singletary is the best college linebacker I ever saw.
The other two first teamers are from the 80s. In fact,
Mike Singletary isn't
Mike
on that
Singletary's
list.
not on the list.
Really?
No.
What about Dat Win?
No, not Dat Win. So your second team linebackers, Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah.
Brian Bosworth.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But that was 50% hype. He was a hell of a player.
He was a good college football player. And Jerry Robinson from Oklahoma or from UCLA he had 3-time All-American in the 70s.
He sideline to sideline linebacker.
The linebackers on the first team, I mentioned Dick Butkus.
Okay.
Derek Thomas from Alabama.
R.I.P., brother.
And Chris Spielman from Ohio State, 1986-87.
Nobody better than those guys, no doubt.
The cornerbacks.
Best I ever saw.
This is a hell of a list.
Well, he doesn't count. The list would be Kevin Smith at A&M was the best I ever saw.
We've got, let's see, 1 from the 80s, 2 from the 90s, and 1 from the 2010s. So one relatively recent. The second team is 1998 Georgia Champ Bailey.
Yeah, well, two-way player too.
2011 LSU Tyrann Mathieu.
The Honey Badger. Honey Badger don't care.
The first team 1987-88 Florida State University.
Deion, baby. Bring it.
Deion Sanders. And 1996-97 Michigan Heisman Trophy winner Charles Woodson.
Defender to get it. Yeah.
All right. The
safety, Steve Atwater or Ronnie Lott. Any others don't count.
Ronnie Lott is on the first team, 1980 USC.
Roy Williams in there too?
Nope.
Steve Atwater?
No.
What's the headhunter that played for Oakland?
Al Broski, Illinois, 1951 is on the list. The other two guys are from the University of Miami. One on the second team, one on the first.
Ed Reed.
Ed Reed is first team from the 2000s. The second team is Benny Blades, 1986-87. That's an
Benny
old school name.
Benny was a player, but Steve Atwater and Roy Williams both were terrifying safeties. They were linebackers.
And then the punters, Reggie Roby from Iowa.
Oh, Shane Leckler was the greatest college punter I ever watched.
And first team is Torrey Taylor, Iowa 2023. So there you go. That is your all-time All-America team. Any big?
Well, Johnny should have been on the list. Johnny had as good a season as any quarterback ever has, but he brought a lot of the negative stuff too.
But it was just kind of one great season.
It was two. It was one build up.
One great and one good.
Yeah. But when we talk about the greatest you ever saw, And Johnny put together a couple of the greatest games I ever saw, but the greatest quarterbacks, obviously, Vincent and Tim.
I think so, too.
The number of running backs, Barry Sanders certainly deserves to be there, but I can't imagine not including Earl. What Earl did. I mean, it was no one had ever seen it. It was Jim Brown. And when they always talk about the great running backs, the closest comparison I ever thought was Earl Campbell to Jim Brown. They were just bigger, faster, stronger than everybody on the field.
All I've ever seen of Earl in college is film, obviously, and clearly great. But
Barry was
Ricky Williams at Texas.
Ricky was phenomenal.
And Bo Jackson are the two that I was like, "Ooh, man, it's hard to leave those guys off the list."
Absolutely,
hard to leave them off the list.
None better. Just a lot of equal.
Yeah. And I was trying to think of wide receivers that they may have missed.
There were a few that, the kind of unstoppable.
Lynn Swann?
No? Lynn, what? Yeah, at USC he was something, but not like we would have thought.
Yeah.
You would have thought he was.
I'm just thinking of him.
I remember, there's receivers that had flashes that you couldn't believe what you saw, and I remember watching Willie Gault at Tennessee. He was an Olympian. He was an Olympian trackster, and he played a couple years with the Bears. I think he got the Super Bowl trophy with that '85 team. But he was like a 10-2-40 guy, and I watched him run past. I had never seen speed like that on a football field. Like it was, he was in fast motion, and everybody else was in slow. Well, I'll never forget that. Anthony Carter at Michigan was an unstoppable dude.
You talk about guys who feel like they were on a different level of speed from that Tebow team. Percy Harvin.
Percy was an electric player that just never could stay healthy.
Other guys that I thought of, and these are mostly guys from my era of watching college football, but Michael Crabtree.
Oh, beast. Yeah.
It's really easy to forget this guy because his NFL career was a disaster, but Justin Blackmon at Oklahoma State was an absolute problem.
As a Texas fan.
And another guy who was, quite frankly, had a disastrous NFL career, but Mike Williams at USC.
Yeah.
Who was, he
was a surefire, we thought. But his college career was great. I mean, there's the college wide receivers, there's so many guys that did it just on remarkable athleticism that you don't remember them because they didn't make it past their senior year. They just didn't make it in the pros. But ridiculous skill sets.
Dez was great in college. A.J. Green at Georgia was great in college. Those were some, there was. I would have said, I'll say this would have been a real hard list to make.
Well, Calvin Johnson at Tech, who only caught like 5 passes a year, was still terrifying.
Yeah, this was a real task for these guys.
I'll tell you right now, the kid at Ohio State, Jeremiah Smith, might end up in that grouping. He's the best. He is, at least as a freshman last year, was the best freshman wide receiver I've ever seen.
What's crazy is Ryan Williams was also incredible last year at Alabama. Like there was some dudes.
If you ask me right now, who's going to be a Hall of Famer in once they're done with their NFL career that's playing in college, the first guy I would put on that list is Smith. That guy does stuff as an 18-year-old I didn't know kids could do.
The tight ends, I think they got right.
Yeah.
I did think about
Tony Gonzalez was one that I would have probably included.
Kyle Pitts at Florida was really good.
Yeah, he was a hybrid.
Mark Andrews at Oklahoma was really good. And Dallas Clark, this is kind of an old school one, but Dallas Clark, he played at Iowa back like 90s, 2000. But
the tight end that's at Miami that's not really a tight end that came out of Penn State a couple years ago. Gesicki had a hell of a college career.
Yeah. So there's been some good ones. I wasn't going to argue over some of those, but yeah, just a fun list, I thought, and brings back some good memories and gets us ready as we are now 8 days.
The autumn winds are just around the corner.
I cannot wait. All right, 1 hour in the books. Let's do 3 more hours of show today.
Why not? Then I'm going home for the weekend.
It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
On your ride to work, it's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson, KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Perfect for instant contact with an aging parent. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get an extra 60% off, free UPS shipping, and add code RADIO for an extra 5% off.
It's Jason and Joe from the Blitz. Join us at Circa Las Vegas in August for the Circa Sports Ultimate Contest Weekend.
The Blitz will be live at Circa August 21st and 22nd, and then we're staying for the weekend. Come to Vegas with us for the Ultimate Contest Weekend.
Circa Survivor and Circa Million are back. Enter in Nevada, play from anywhere. So join the Blitz at Circa Las Vegas.
Details and discounted rooms with promo code BLITZ available online at sasportstar.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Swapping out your tires? There's nothing like it. With eBay, you find the feel you're looking for. From smooth highway rides to grip for rough terrain. Get all the tires you need at prices you'll love. eBay. Things people love.
Hi, everybody. Joe Reinagle here for the Golf Club of Texas. I absolutely love the Golf Club of Texas. They've made so many improvements to the golf course, from brand new cart paths to resodding the greens and fairways. You might think it's a private club, but it's not. It's open to the public 7 days a week. Best rates are always online at golfclubtexas.com. That's golfclubtexas.com. The Golf Club of Texas, you know where it is, right there off Briggs Ranch Road off Highway 90. The Golf Club of Texas is the friendliest golf course in Texas.
It's the last weekend of quarter horse racing season at Retama Park, and every Saturday night cheer on the Wheatie Dogs as they race for big prizes. Enjoy terrace dining along with San Antonio's best sports bar, Clubhouse 95, with live music every Friday night. Nothing beats quarter horse racing when you get playpen rewards with every wager. This is the last weekend of quarter horse racing until next year, so don't miss live racing action at Retama Park. For all the details, visit retamapark.com. That's retamapark.com.
Circa Million and Circa Survivor are back with a massive $21 million in guaranteed prizes. Circa Million, pick 5 games against the spread each week. 126 ways to win with $6 million guaranteed. Circa Survivor, 1 pick a week, no point spread. Last the longest to win it all. $15 million guaranteed. Enter in Nevada, play from anywhere. $21 million guaranteed. Visit circasports.com for details.
Calling all snack MVPs, it's time to huddle up with Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds, the low-carb, high-protein snack with a flavor-packed crunch. From sea salt and cracked black pepper to hot honey, sweet barbecue, and more, these bold bites are ready to tackle your crunch time cravings. Find your flavor playbook at H-E-B and make every bite count, because when it's crunch time, there's only one snack you need on your team: Southern Recipe Small Batch.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Turn things all the way up and find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy.
If you didn't think skipping breakfast was a big deal, you'd be right. Before. But now, Wendy's has Buck Biscuits. We're talking sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit, bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, or even the Honey Buddy Chicken Biscuit. For just $1 each. Seriously, you can get all 3 if you want. They're just $1, so you'll never skip breakfast again. if you're smart. Breakfast for $1? Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. Limit 5 qualifying items per transaction. Not valid in the combo while supplies last.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Looks like we've got a couple of new trouble spots. I-10 westbound, that connector to northbound 35, south side of downtown. We've got an accident. That connector ramp is blocked. And on the far west side of town, on Highway 90, eastbound right as you approach Montgomery, this accident has you stop and go from FM 471. A stall at 281 southbound San Pedro off to the shoulder. That stall at I-10 westbound 1604 has completely cleared. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
The Dallas Cowboys have returned from Oxnard, California and resumed practice at the Star. Head coach Brian Schottenheimer announced yesterday his plan for Saturday's game against the Ravens. In the NBA, the schedule has dropped and the San Antonio Spurs will have national coverage for 22 games, covering the gamut of the stations covering the league: ESPN, ABC, NBC, Peacock, and Amazon Prime. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
I love when we have a topic and we keep discussing it through the break.
Michael Vick at Virginia Tech for 2 years.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. In that Florida State game where he unleashed.
And if you say, like how you were saying, Johnny Manziel's 1 year, but then I said, well, what about Joe Burrow's 1 year? I mean, Joe Burrow had the best.
I think Joe gets counted off because he was surrounded by just the best to do it. I mean,
no doubt.
His wide receivers are both going to put on gold jackets.
Yeah, that helps, certainly. Tommy Frazier was another one.
Tommy was a stud, man. And if we did that, then we could just start going down the numbers of OU and Nebraska option quarterbacks that just dominated
Eric
football.
Crouch.
Oh, man, yeah. Well, what's his name? The coach at UCF was a hell of
a Scott Frost.
Frost was a hell of a option quarterback.
So yeah, there was some good ones, man. It's hard to leave some of these. We were talking about Case Keenum, the numbers he put up. Danny Werfel,
Klingler.
Even if you go back to like Ty Detmer,
Can sling it. That's right.
So there's been some good ones, man. There's been some really good ones along the years. That's why I said this list would have been almost impossible to make. What a task that was. All right. 7:03 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. AJ and Rob with you on a Friday. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. Did you see Isaiah Bond?
He's a free man.
He's a free man.
No build.
I feel bad for this dude.
Well, we're a product of our decisions.
Well, he's been
exonerated to the extent he cannot be prosecuted. Doesn't mean he didn't do it or didn't do something that wasn't very kind. I'm just saying, you're good for him. He's not going to go and can go pursue something. I'm not saying he's
You're
innocent.
right, but I'll also say, this is why, man, it's so hard. And it always feels like these types of stories come out right before the draft for some reason.
You have to take them all with a grain of salt, but there's always
But I'll tell you who the beneficiary looks like they are going to be is the Cleveland Browns.
Looks like it.
Isaiah Bond, who this is almost like finding a first-round pick on the ground.
Well, I think what I had read about this, it looked like it was going to be no build, that there wasn't a lot there. So I think that they bet the come on this. The expectation was that he probably would beat this, but can they beat the headlines? And it looks like they're going to win on both counts.
What does no build mean?
It means that they went to the grand jury, they offered the evidence, and the DA went, I don't think I can convict on this.
Okay. And so there's no further charges to be faced.
Well, unless some more evidence comes up.
Okay. But It says no indictment's even going to be issued.
That's when you go to the grand jury. That's when the indictment is issued, and the grand jury says there's not enough here to convict.
The DA from Collin County, Texas, says this concludes the criminal proceedings in this manner. So right after that, Isaiah Bond posted a statement on Instagram saying, I want to express my deepest gratitude to the Cleveland Browns for believing in me and allowing me the opportunity to continue my career in the NFL. Football's been my passion since I was 6, and playing at this level is a blessing I will never take for granted. I understand that playing in the NFL is a privilege, and I'm thankful every day to live my childhood dream. I know there have been questions and reports about the recent allegations. I'm grateful for the decision of the prosecutor and the courts not to pursue charges. I will learn from this experience as I grow in wisdom, character, and faith. On the advice of my attorney, I will not discuss the details, but I want to be clear. From the very beginning, I've refuted these allegations and maintained my innocence. I stand firm by that today. I'm determined to prove the Browns organization and everyone who believes in me right for putting their trust in me. Thank you, Isaiah Bond. Remember, this is a guy that a month before the NFL draft was going to be a first-round pick.
Oh, he was great. Yes.
Like this. Imagine your team just getting a free first-round pick because he's not the best guy. I'm still pissed to this day, and I think I'm more pissed about it because he plays for the Chiefs now. But when the Bills drafted Matt Araiza, the punt god from San Diego State, who I think is one of the great, he should have been on that list, by the way, the greatest punters of all time. He was an absolute weapon of a punter. And I was like, I've never been so irrationally excited for my favorite football team to draft a punter. And then he gets accused of rape, and the Bills cut him immediately. They were like, nope, we're not messing around with it. And then the gal comes around and says, this was all a made-up lie. And now Matt Araiza is having like a great career with the Chiefs. And it pisses me off to no end. Imagine, though, like he was a world-class wide receiver or a running back or like somebody who could really impact your team like that.
Yeah, that's
incredible to find on the ground. Mm-hmm. Like the Chiefs found Matt Araiza. These guys found could be a wide receiver 1 laying on the ground.
Could be.
So congratulations to him. Congratulations to the Browns, I think. But this is a dude who was a beast at Alabama, a beast at Texas, has all the chops, all the resume, all the skills.
Yeah, he's going to have, he's got a history. So let's see if he can play through it.
Yep. I also wonder in the time between pre-draft when he was accused and today, what kind of shape he's kept himself in, what kind of football he's worked on. And
my assumption is before they took any kind of flyer on him, they had a pretty good PI investigation. They're probably pretty comfortable and may have played a role in the exoneration. So I have a feeling he's probably in pretty good shape because the expectation was he's going to beat this.
Yeah. But Franklin says, and it's a good point, it's the Browns. Who's going to throw it to him?
That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of congratulations. You get to go play for Cleveland.
Yeah, Tarek says Browns are the longest yard. Jesse says he's going to the Browns. Deshaun Watson will mentor him.
All of this. So that's why this is all guarded optimism. It's kind of like being freed, but you got to go live in the Soviet gulag. You're free. You can go do what you will.
You work in Cleveland.
You got to go live in Cleveland.
I get it. And maybe that's what Roger Goodell sat down with him and said, look,
I can't fine you, but I'm going to sentence you.
We're going to let you in. Like you say, you can beat the rap, but you can't beat the ride.
Yeah, so you're free.
You can play in the NFL, but you got to play in Cleveland.
You're going to have to go run routes with Dylan Gabriel and young Sanders.
Okay, I guess. How long is my contract? Well, we'll see. We'll see if you stay in trouble.
I hope it works out for him, but he has a history of some poor decision-making.
Yeah. But if the guy can keep his nose clean,
he's got all the talent in the world. But history tells me it doesn't always work out, even though you get a free strike.
Yeah, but I'll take it. I would take a risk with a guy like that.
I want him to be very successful.
And speaking of the Browns, Quinshon Judkins.
Man, he was my third favorite back coming out this year.
Okay. Well, do you feel better about him or worse about him now that he's a Cleveland Brown?
A little worse. He's dealing with some stuff.
He will not face formal misdemeanor battery charges over an alleged domestic incident in South Florida. Prosecutors declined to pursue charges after reviewing police reports, body cam videos, video surveillance, photos, phone records, and the sworn statement of a woman he allegedly struck.
Mm-hmm.
Judkins was arrested on July 12th. And according to the arrest report, the incident happened 5 days before the arrest, but wasn't reported until that day.
The similarities in this Bond case are very close because both of them are guys that transferred from previous schools. Judkins from Mississippi State goes to another. Bond leaves Alabama, goes to Texas for some stuff. There's reasons they left, and then end up getting in a little bit more trouble further down the road.
Again, I don't know if he is if he's a good guy or not.
I don't know if he's a good guy or not. You know, that sometimes, again, you take everything with a grain of salt, as you were talking about with the punter. I wish him success. I don't know if I like you or not. I know you're a talented guy. And in the eyes of the law, you're an innocent man, so move on.
Well, the punter got to go to the Chiefs.
Yeah, so the God works in mysterious ways.
Yes. Judkins was the 36th pick in the draft. He is the only member of this year's draft class who is not signed.
Really?
Because
Well,
the Browns were waiting on this to clear up.
He's a good I don't know if he was the best back at Ohio State sharing time with the other kid, but he was my favorite of the two.
Yeah, I like him too. I mean, again, the Cleveland it's a lucky day for them. They got two potential first-round quality players.
Thanks to some shoddy police work.
That's right, man.
The thing about Cleveland right now, they're starting to feel a little bit like the Detroit Pistons. Where there's so much. You look around, there's more talent here than I thought there was.
Well, also, remember 20 years ago, the Cincinnati Bengals were this. They were like it felt like a prison yard team. Like everybody had a record.
Everybody had a record, but they're talented.
Yeah. Now, Quinshon Judkins, Deshaun Watson, Isaiah Bond. I don't know if this is the room you want. We got Myles Garrett busting people. They're swinging helmets at people.
The vet in Philadelphia used to have the JP court and the drunk tank
in the stadium.
So in Cleveland, do they have the parole office? The parole officer just has his office there at the stadium.
It's right on the other side of the training room in the locker room. Like
you leave, you got to pee in 2 cups. You got to pee for your PO and pee for the drug test for the league.
Yeah. You got therapy or your mandatory meeting today? What do you got?
I got therapy and bring your pay stubs.
You gonna be in the cold tub or the parole office?
Hey,
I'm gonna hit the parole office, then the cold tub.
The PO's calling. Take the cup and your pay stubs.
And Franklin says that Browns haven't picked up Justin Tucker yet.
I'll give him time.
There's still time. Justin Tucker's still without a job. And
convicted? Never convicted.
No. And
convicted?
someone's kicker is going to miss like 4 kicks in a game, and they're going to be like, you know what?
I'll just hold my nose.
Let's just call Justin Tucker. Forget it. Because even washed up Justin Tucker last year. Remember when Justin Tucker stunk because he missed like 4 or 5 kicks? It's like he's still better than most guys. If he didn't have this trouble, he'd still be he'd still be a Raven.
Never convicted.
Exactly. And yeah, if these guys are getting off, my guess is I mean, Deshaun Watson
never convicted.
No, because he just
paid him off.
He paid off 30-something.
Again, are you a convicted sex offender?
No,
I'm not.
No, I'm
an
not.
Admitted. I'm an admitted sex offender, but convicted, no, very different.
You didn't ask that.
I have paid a lot of money to not have that title attached to me.
It's not attached. Oh, I did buy it.
Am I creepy? Sure. Inappropriate? Obviously.
And again, I say to the kids, never Google happy baby pose. Never.
I mean, when you think about him asking for stuff from that position.
Yeah, that's you're out.
It's not for me.
As we finish up, you put a little oil on your fingers. I learned this trick at camp. Oh, Bob Kraft, the owner of the New England Patriots, taught me this.
Yeah, that's right. And Watson had to have that guaranteed money for the settlements. That's right.
Too.
Oh, yeah.
Got to give me cash up front,
The
baby.
ladies are calling.
If you want me to play, you're gonna have to give me that cash.
I got
up
a payroll
front.
to meet.
That's right.
I got 12 angry personal masseuses.
12 my ass.
Yeah. that you guys know about.
Please.
Was it like 22?
I don't even know. It was a crazy
Just
number.
flying them in from other states.
Crazy number. All right, let's take a break. We got more NFL. We got actual football to talk about on the other side. We're going to talk about some of these games. It is the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I got to tell you about my friends over at Carbach. Still waiting on our delivery. I don't know if maybe it's coming next week. We should have some pumpkin lager and some Carb Oktoberfest delivered here in the near future.
Saturday, 11 a.m.
Oh,
is the deadline.
Yeah, well, that would be ideal, certainly. But yeah, if you've not tried out Carbach, you're missing out. And while the pumpkin lager and Carb Oktoberfest, they may sound outside your wheelhouse, I get it. That those pumpkin lager is not going to be for everyone. That might sound wild. I enjoy a good pumpkin beer once the fall hits, but not for everyone. Carb Oktoberfest, though, I think is it's a beer that I think if you like beer, you're going to love an Oktoberfest, and you're going to love Carb Oktoberfest. If those seasonals aren't for you, good. They're mainstays. They got plenty. Love Street is their best seller. That's their cold style blonde. You can find it everywhere. I mean, it is their most popular beer for a reason. Very crisp, very easy to drink. Hopadillo's their flagship IPA. Crawford Bock is my favorite everyday drinker from them. Just so easy to drink, very smooth, a great year-round beer. Like I said, something for everybody in their lineup, and it is all over San Antonio, so don't miss out. I know you're going to be out and about this weekend. You're watching the games. You're watching the fights. Go ahead and ask your bartender to please make it a Carbach.
Want to see Dallas take on Atlanta at AT&T Stadium? AARP is hooking you up. I want winners. Just head to sasportstar.com and register to win a pair of tickets to the Cowboys' final preseason game, Friday, August 22nd at 6 p.m. 1, 2, 3, Cowboys! It's your chance to catch America's team live before the regular season kicks off. I like this kind of party! From AARP and 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Do you need to get rid of things like furniture, mattresses, tires, and appliances? San Antonio has 4 drop-off centers for residential bulky items conveniently located around the city, open 5 days a week except holidays. Visit sarecycles.org. This service is free for solid waste customers that pay the environmental fee on their CPS energy bill, including customers that live in apartments. Visit sarecycles.org for hours, locations, and accepted materials. That's sarecycles.org.
Hunger striking, snack time calling, it's crunch time. Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds brings you the boldest protein-packed crunch you can't resist, with mouth-watering flavors like hot honey, sweet barbecue, and sea salt and cracked black pepper. Why settle for chips when you can level up your snacking game? Plus, they're low-carb, high-protein, and made for adventurous appetites. Score big flavor today. Grab Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds at H-E-B.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems, like snoring, aches and pains, hot sleep, or even an old saggy mattress that can keep you up at night. And our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And right now, save up to $700 on Tempur-Pedic, plus a $300 instant gift. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
This is a special notice to U.S. taxpayers owing $10,000 or more to the IRS. Tax Relief Advocates is urgently notifying taxpayers that tax relief initiatives are now available that may significantly reduce or eliminate what you owe. If you're afraid of an IRS lien, levy, or wage garnishment, don't lose hope. You can now take advantage of these current relief programs to end all collections, reduce the amount you owe, and resolve your tax problem. Even if you have years of unfiled tax returns or are already in a payment plan, you may still qualify for significant relief. Struggling taxpayers can now get relief they need during these hard economic times. A hotline has been established by tax relief advocates for you to call and see what you qualify for. They are A+ rated with the BBB and have over 1,000 5-star reviews. Don't wait. Call 800-575-7147. 800-575-7147. That's 800-575-7147 or simply visit TRA.com.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Party and yeah! I heard Madam Mayor saying, well, if the Spurs decide to leave, that's a decision for the Spurs.
Infamous words.
Let me say this.
No.
Yeah.
No.
What? Listen, lady, Madam Mayor, all due respect. You know, when you say all due respect, you can say whatever you want after that.
It's in the Geneva Convention.
All due respect. That's such a dumb thing to say. The way she's talking, she makes it sound like the Spurs need San Antonio more than San Antonio needs the Spurs. And I have news for you. We talked about it yesterday. The Blazers sold for $4 billion, which I think the Spurs probably are right in that same range.
I think they were valued more. I think they're valued a little significantly more.
Okay. If the Spurs picked up tomorrow, or let's say when their lease ends at the Frost Center, and they move to Las Vegas, their value jumps by multiple billions of dollars. Like, when the Raiders moved from Oakland to Las Vegas, their value almost doubled. Almost doubled.
Yeah. Did you see Davis's new house? You seen that thing?
It's like a spaceship, yeah.
You should say,
Google Mark Davis's house. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, Spurs are valued at $3.85 billion.
That's
now.
like when you look. That's the tax value.
Well, and
that's
also
not the sale value.
If they sold today, it'd be more than that.
Yeah,
certainly.
that's the taxable value. But if you're on the market, you get taxed at one rate, but the sale price is going to. I would say they're worth about $500 million more than that.
But
so I put them about 4.2.
But I guarantee you, the Las Vegas Spurs, are worth about 7.
It's such a tone-deaf statement that when you hear that from the mayor or anybody in a position to talk about it, that tells me exactly where you stand for a lot of different things. And either you're trying to leverage something to get something back, which obviously she was trying to. And she admitted to the fact, hey, I want him to kick in some more money from this and for that. But and I have no problem with asking for that. But you don't do it now. The sheet that you were given is appropriate. Everybody has agreed. Former mayor that was on the Blitz yesterday, and I want to commend Jason and Joe as any outlet out there. No one has been more active in getting to the pertinent folks more than Jason and Joe have been able to get. They have gotten former councilmen, former mayor, current council folks that have been on the inside of this from the get-go. So you can look at the TV stations around town, but the people that are a part of this, they're coming to us here at San Antonio Sports Star, and they're talking with Jason and Joe about it. And to a man, to a person, from Judge Sakai to Justin Rodriguez to Mark White to Mayor Nuremberg, every one of them is, what are you talking about? The information that you're asking for is available. Just because you don't like the source doesn't not mean it's not true.
Yeah.
And you're selling your city staff short. You're telling us that the city council, the people that the current and former city council have hired to run our city, our CFO and our city manager, didn't do their due diligence? Is that what you're saying? So you're implying that since you arrived, the last year and a half of work didn't count. Only your eyes matter because you need to see the fine print. Well, guess what? Many people have already seen the fine print, those that are certified to do so, and all of them said, this is a hell of a deal. Let's jump on this. They're giving us $1 billion to improve our city for the next 60 years. There is no way to quantify this, Mayor. You got to just step back and let it happen and understand just because your fingerprints aren't all over it doesn't mean it's not a good deal.
But that's the thing. She is looking to establish a legacy. And what she's trying to do, I think, is get more out of the Spurs. And she wants to have her cake and eat it too. She wants to get more out of the Spurs and be the person who brought the deal to the finish line. But by doing that, by just not just getting it to the finish line with what's already been started, you're risking blowing the whole thing. And she would be the most hated person in San Antonio history.
I can't imagine the fallout.
I would say, who's worse, her or General Santa Ana? Like, who's worse in San Antonio history? I don't know, but they're both. Neither one is good. That's what I would say. Like you talk about Ozzy Osbourne pissing on the Alamo.
Yeah, he even came back and apologized.
Yeah, but by the way, you ain't gonna be able to come back and apologize because the Spurs wouldn't come back.
The good news is, as is obvious, everybody around her realizes she stepped into a minefield, the likes of which she didn't expect. That the repercussions, I mean, she had a death threat on Twitter. Now, that's crazy. But, I mean, that kind of is emblematic of the situation that she kind of inserted herself into it. And the part of what you just said is, no, the Frost, whatever happens, the legacy will be Ron Nuremberg. Ron Nuremberg grabbed this football and carried it to the 1-yard line. And he got termed out. If we could have reelected him again, we would have. And keep in mind, Gina Jones-Ortiz never had to clarify her position as she ran for mayor. She could just say, yeah, I'm pro-dome, because she was running against a MAGA-type Republican who we knew was going to be anti no matter what. So she never really had to define herself to the public. She was this vague pro-Spur kind of person.
So does it feel like she's misled?
Well, I don't think she misled anybody. She was intentionally blurry. She didn't have to define herself, because why define yourself when you don't have to? You can be all things to all people until they ask you the question. We just know that it was 100% more likely to get the thing done if she was the mayor than the guy that ran, because we knew this cat was going to be anti-everything. So when she didn't define herself but did behind the scenes to a bunch of different people in a bunch of different meetings, everybody then comes together and goes, that's not what she told me.
Yeah.
But she never had to step out and truly debate the merits of her beliefs against someone who was also vying with the same ideas with other opportunities. She didn't have to do that. So now she's in office and we're going, wait a minute. This isn't what you told me. You told me this. And other people in another room go, no, she told me this. Because she never had to step out. And that's why everybody's so shocked by this. Because we just assumed you're pro, like Mayor Nuremberg, who thoroughly understand the value of this after 6 years sitting in that seat. And when I ask somebody who knows what's coming, and you discounted everything he did. Everything he did, no, I don't trust those numbers. Let's relook at it. And there's no ticking clock. We can do it whenever we damn well please. No, there's a clock.
Yeah.
And you might not be able to define it. It is defined by the people who go, guess what? We're out. That's the clock.
Does it feel to you like a head coach who wants to win with their players instead of the last guy's players?
No, it feels like Barry Switzer stepping in and winning a Super Bowl with another guy's team and players.
Right.
And then going, you know what, though? I'm going to change the plays. At the last minute, I don't think Troy should start. At the last minute, you know what? I think we would be better off if we ran a wing tee. Like, what? You're on the 1-yard line. Score the touchdown. This is what she was gotten. She's never going to grab credit for this. Anybody who's behind this, who knows, this is Ron Nuremberg.
And it already feels like if it gets done, it's going to be done in spite of her.
Absolutely. She's already been steamrolled by 6 council people. The city staff have all been, I don't know what you're talking about. Just because you don't feel like the numbers are accurate enough for you doesn't mean they're not accurate.
I saw a clip on the Express News Twitter page with former Mayor Cisneros.
Henry.
I don't know when he was the mayor. I'm new to town, in case you guys don't know. I'm AJ. But
you got to keep your name tag on for another year.
Yeah. But you said that he's respected as like one of the great mayors of all time.
He is the greatest mayor San Antonio's ever had.
Okay. And he is saying, I don't know how she's even thinking like this.
It's unfathomable to everybody involved going, do you realize the deal that was struck here? Do you realize this isn't Jerry Jones? This is Peter J. Holt, and the Little Spurs are going to give you $1 billion and cover cost overruns and do some civic investment that you didn't even ask them to do. Is it everything you want? Absolutely not. You're dealing with billionaires. There's a reason why he's a billionaire. But no billionaire is going to give up this much without any kind of hassle at all. They came to you with this. And you go, not good enough. Late in the game. You got here late, and you say, not good enough. I don't trust these numbers because you hired the company and we didn't. Just because they hired them doesn't mean they're not right.
Yeah.
And that, I think, is what's most galling to Mayor Nuremberg, former Mayor Nuremberg, the city staff, our CFO, who all went, so you're telling me you don't trust my diligence, you don't trust me. Well, guess what? I handle all the other stuff about this city too. So if you're telling me you don't trust this, what about every other thing that I've done over the last 10 years or the last 5 years I've been doing here? So you're impugning something that shouldn't even be impugned. You're looking in the wrong place and you're telling people you're not responsible enough because I just got here and I don't trust you.
When I sold my house in Vegas, the homeowner or the new homeowner came in and they were they offered asking price, and the one thing they asked for, a concession, was they wanted to keep our washer and dryer.
And you go, and over the life of the deal, yes.
My wife was like,
no, I love this washer.
She's like, I love that washer and dryer. Like, and I said, babe,
we'll just buy another one.
I said, you're talking about holding up a damn near $750,000 deal for a washer and a dryer. And she's like, well, why can't they just buy the same ones that, and I'm like,
you're right.
That washer and dryer's gone. Like, just forget about it. Like, if that's, when someone says, hey, I'm offering you full price, but I want your washer and dryer,
you don't go, oh, that's not a great deal. No, I don't get everything I want.
No. So, like, if I was selling my laundry basket on Facebook Marketplace for $5 and they said, well, I'll give you $5, but I also want the washer and dryer. Now you say, okay, that's crazy. But when they're buying the full banana, you just give up the peanuts with it. And she is so worried about the peanuts that she is going to ruin the whole banana.
At the end of the day, you try to figure out what is her motivation. And obviously, she's trying to come at us from a place that she views as pure. I mean, and I agree. If we're going to do this, let's make sure the least of us are brought with us. And I think that all of us in San Antonio, all the way back to Henry, yes, I won't debate the fact that this has been kind of neglected, but to fix this, the first thing you need is an ocean of money. And guess what? This brings I'm talking an ocean of money. We're all going to eat. You want to talk about the number of contractors that are involved in building an arena, just the subcontractors, and the number of people that are going to be employed for the next decade that might not get the cheap housing downtown, but will be able to afford a nicer house in the suburbs because we're going to do this. No, we might not get 2,000 low-income apartments, but we might get 5,000 middle-income houses someplace else because we have sprouted this ocean of money that will now water the crops, and you're standing in the way because you're concerned about SNAP benefits. What are you talking about? I mean, it's just when Henry Cisneros feels the need to step up and do this, he doesn't talk to the media. He is emeritus. This is a guy that, when was the last time you saw Henry on TV? It was at a parade waving to people. His job is no longer to be our civic leader, but he has become our civic conscience. And when our civic conscience, he is San Antonian so thick you can't imagine. When he feels the need to step out and go, wait a minute. Because if not for Henry, there is no Gina Jones-Ortiz. I mean, she is a direct descendant of everything that Henry did to get a woman like her elected. And when he has to come out and go, what are you talking about? Think about the repercussions that just ripple through our city. That, the very stakes that were set when we built the dome and we fought so hard to get this thing done. The very thing that we've almost lost the Spurs by a hair. By a hair, they were going to be in Albuquerque. It was so close. And we did it. And then we've got everything set. We've got the table set. We've got Wemby here. We're turning the page, rookies of the year. And you want to slow this down for a strategic pause? Who the hell do you think you are? And I think there's people sitting at home going, this is not what we elected. So I think that cooler heads have prevailed. But I do think that now the good side of this is we're going to pay a lot closer attention to our mayor and where she's leaning. Because I don't think a lot of people got what they thought they were getting.
You think she's shining a spotlight on her now that she probably wasn't hoping for? But
the people that I'm talking to have all reflected the same thing. They knew the moment she got out of the primary, she was going to win. And she was never forced during the primary to truly define herself. Truly tell us what you believe. So she was always pro Marvel, but, never all in. And we felt like she was. And she didn't have to tell us that. We just assumed she was, and she's not. And good, bad, or indifferent, it could be the kind of mistake that cities deal with for, 50 years if this goes wrong.
This might be a dumb question. I mean, you may not know the answer to it even, but when she says we want a cut of ticket sales.
Well, that's part of it, yeah.
Is she talking about ticket sales to Spurs games or ticket sales to events that happen outside of the Spurs?
Both.
See, like, if she said I want a cut of the ticket sales to other events that the city brings in, that would be one, like,
well, keep in mind, the Spurs are a partner in this. They're also paying for this, so they get a cut of those tickets too. Then that's if I'm the Spurs, I go, I agree with you, but keep in mind, I'm paying for this. Now, anything that goes on outside, the hotel.
Am I going to get a cut, or the Spurs going to get a cut of Alamo Dome tickets?
Well, that's what I'm saying. So you're telling me are we going to share in this? So there is.
Because I'm guessing she doesn't want to give a share of the Alamo Dome ticket sales to the Spurs.
The point of this is these negotiations have already happened. Just because you just got here doesn't mean we rewind the clock. The continuum of time, you just got to take over where you were handed the baton. You don't get to start the race over. And she's trying to start the race over. I mean, this has all been done. And again, I can't say it enough. Just because you don't like the numbers that were given to you by a company that you might not necessarily trust doesn't mean they're wrong. And she's saying, I don't trust them, they're lying to us. Or I don't trust them, they're intentionally holding back negative data that might affect. Well, our city council, our city staff have gone through the numbers. And they were given a set of stats, but they also did their due diligence. And when you say that, you impugn everybody involved. Eric Walsh, our city managers, we've done this. I don't understand why you're asking for this, because this was certainly enough for our chartered accountant. This was certainly enough for those that have been certified and tested and earned the right to be an accountant of this measure. It was good enough for them, and you're a newly elected mayor, and you don't like the numbers.
Yeah. It's just showing a lack of trust in everyone around you. And
it shows a lack of trust, but it shows more of a grandstanding. What are you in this for? What exactly are you chasing? Because it ain't what you're saying.
R4M Link says, last time I saw Henry, Bucky's 2022, articulate and polite. His question to me, what are you doing for San Antonio?
Yes. See, this is the man had to step out of well-earned civic retirement and call out a woman that should be calling him for advice and counsel.
Seriously.
And you just think of the situation she finds herself in. Yes. And you've angered truly one of the greats in the state of Texas who had to step out and say, you need to slow your roll, man.
Well, again, I'm hoping that this thing doesn't get ruined over a washer and dryer.
Well, you're exactly right. And I appreciate the fact that the Spurs and Bobby Perez and all those and the mouthpieces have been very diligent and quiet, because they really could have stoked the fires on this. They really could have ratcheted things up, and it's a testament to the Spurs and their civic duty. I mean, they understand how valuable this is, and they haven't said a word. They're quiet and let the numbers speak for themselves.
All right, we'll be right back. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit is a destination that if you haven't taken your pets to, you need to hear about, because what they do is a lot like other boarding places, but they do it on another level, the likes of which I'd never seen. Their location, first of all, is spacious. It's huge. Lots of rooms for your dogs to play. Enough room to have all the big dogs in one area and other dogs in smaller areas and medium dogs in some areas. Then they evaluate the dogs, how they act, whether they have impulse control. I found my dogs don't. But then again, they got to go play with those that play the same way. You can trust the fact that Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit will take care of your babies the way you would. And if you're going on a daily, or if you're going on a week vacation, or maybe it's just a weekend, I want you to go to Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit. You can go to mybunkandbiscuit.com and take care of all the scheduling and all that, but I want you to go out there and see the fantastic facilities and meet the great people, so you know what I know, that there's no better place to take your babies. So as as we come up to this big end of the summer holiday and you're planning a little getaway, don't get some app. Go to some place that you can trust. The videos, all the things that go along with a high-end pet resort at low-end prices. Great deals to be had. Holiday specials always, but make sure you go to Bluebonnet Bunkin Biscuit. Now, people ask me, where are they? Are they easy to get to? They are. It's right off 35, just outside of 1604, and over next to Gilman. It's that giant place there on the right with all the happy dogs barking. Listen to me. Bluebonnet Bunkin Biscuit is now part of my family. I want them to be part of yours. If you're heading out of town, there's no better place to send them. If you're going to work, no better place to send them than Bluebonnet Bunkin Biscuit. Go there today. I know you're going to thank me later.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We are working a couple of trouble spots. I-10 on the east side of town, westbound connector to northbound 35. Got an accident, and that connector ramp is partially blocked. Far west side of town on Highway 90 eastbound right as you approach Montgomery. This wreck causing about a 10-minute delay as you saw from FM 471. And school is back, so drivers, please stay alert in those school zones. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star is calling all golfers. The Fall Golf Classic is back. Mark your calendars for Monday, September 29th, and lock in your spot for one of the most fun golf events of the year at the Olympia Hills Golf Club. For just $120 per player or $400 for a foursome, you'll get 18 holes of fun, friendly competition, and non-stop laps with your crew. But don't wait. Spots will sell out fast, and once they're gone, they're gone. This isn't your average uptight tournament. It's all about cutting loose, enjoying the day, and supporting a great cause. The Community Foundation of the Hill Country. Presented by the Law Office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Charm Club, and sponsored by Fly by Yingling and PPL Motorhomes. And when the final putt drops, the party's just getting started. Head over to the Break Room Bar on Pat Booker Road for the official after party. Cold drinks, great food, and the perfect finish to a perfect day. Don't get left out. Grab your crew, grab your clubs, and get ready for a Monday you won't forget. Sign up now at sasportstar.com.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radio.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Perfect for instant contact with an aging parent. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get an extra 60% off. Free UPS shipping and add code radio for an extra 5% off.
The granddaddy of all hunting shows is back, and we are ready to cross the state of Texas to bring the best hunting show to a city near you. The Hunters Extravaganza is a great event for the whole family. We have the latest and greatest the hunting world has to offer, from products to hunts, and features seminars with Dr. Deer, Gary Robertson, and more. Come enjoy attractions like rattlesnakes, gator country, a fish tank, and many more. Join us in San Antonio for the Hunters Extravaganza. Get tickets at ttha.com. Brought to you by the Texas Trophy Hunters Association.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
That guy pulled out in front of me out of nowhere. The police are on their way, but I'm really shaken up.
Don't worry. We're going to get you taken care of. You made the right call.
I'm Jeff Davis. If you've been hurt in a car, truck, or 18-wheeler wreck, call Davis Law Firm at 444-4444. We're ready to help day or night, and there's no fee unless we win.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
It's Jason and Joe from the Blitz. Join us at Circa Las Vegas in August for the Circa Sports Ultimate Contest Weekend.
The Blitz will be live at Circa August 21st and 22nd, and then we're staying for the weekend. Come to Vegas with us for the Ultimate Contest Weekend.
Circa Survivor and Circa Million are back. Enter in Nevada, play from anywhere. So join the Blitz at Circa Las Vegas.
Details and discounted rooms with promo code BLITZ available online at sasportstar.com.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems, like snoring, aches and pains, hot sleep, or even an old saggy mattress that can keep you up at night. And our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And right now, save up to $700 on Tempur-Pedic, plus a $300 instant gift. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Progressive presents Employee of the Month. Small Business Edition. Today's recipient from Michaela's Mobile Spa, Michaela. Michaela got a quick business insurance quote from Progressive and chose from over 30 customizable coverages. Sure, it helps she's her only employee and does literally everything. But while others would rest on their laurels, Michaela was hard at work saving big. So take that, hypothetical other employee who doesn't exist. Be your own Michaela. See if you could save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Coverage is not available in all states or for all vehicles and coverage selections.
Let's go!
Hi, it's Jason Penix. You're listening to the home of the Cowboys, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
One more time.
Come on, man.
Isn't that
chill?
That clip is so great in every situation.
Yep.
Happy, angry. It's like it's
universal.
It's good for everything.
Come on, man.
I love that, man. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Every time I hear it, that is so Rob. That is,
oh man, let's chill. I'm trying to play golf.
Rob is always let's just chill, man. Let's be cool.
I'm trying to play golf.
Let's
here,
be
man.
cool, man.
Dude,
We're all
have a beer. Let me buy you a beer.
just having a good time.
No, you can throw him in the pond. He
That's the
deserves
great
that.
thing about me and Rob. Our partnership is I'm the kind of guy who says, I'll throw you in that friggin' pond.
Oh, man,
And Rob
come on.
says, come on, man.
Have a beer.
Have a beer.
What are you doing?
You don't have to throw him in the pond, man.
No, you can throw him in the pond. That's funny. No, go ahead and throw him in the pond. You just don't need to do the bang. He deserved to be thrown in the pond.
Franklin says use the Mike Breen bang. The difference, if Mike Breen ever said bang while he punched someone, that would make it
entirely
funnier.
different. And Mike Breen has never hit anybody in anger.
No, but
not once.
The idea of yelling bang every time you punch someone in the face is honestly
Bang or boom.
Boom! Boom! Boom!
Do my own commentary.
God, it's so funny.
Jab, jab, jab.
Hook! Boom! It will never not be funny. It's like a little kid shadow boxing, like bang, 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 bang.
Or announcing the move you're going to do.
That's it.
Or a Batman fight, like the old Batman show.
Thwack!
Zoink! 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 Zap! Blast! And that's Robin saying, like, "Hey, Batman, do you really need to beat up Catwoman like that? Jeez, gee willikers, Batman. Let's just be cool. Let's go back to the cave.
Holy bang, Batman.
I'll take my pants off." See, every situation, it could be sexual. It can be, I mean, it's just that's the perfect sound drop, I do believe. Thank goodness we found that gym. Well, thank goodness we were given that gym by the gods of drunken golf course fights.
And the guy who had his phone out.
Yes.
Perfect time.
Yeah, I'm recording this whole thing. Thank God, sir. Thank God you did that. All right. The NFL preseason week 2. We get started tonight. The big games. Chiefs, Seahawks, Titans, Falcons. What are we looking for in these games?
Quarterback play, man. I want to see Cam. I want to see Penix.
Penix.
A quarterback play, and of course, a little Bijan would be fun to see. But this is all about the quarterbacks tonight. And it's only going to be a series or two. But I think Penix should probably get a half if I was him.
Yeah, I'm wondering about the Cam Ward thing is so odd.
Yeah.
I want to see. I mean, we saw like a very brief moment of him. I'm ready to see like what this dude can do.
At some point, we're gonna.
It's also, I understand. I mean, he threw eight passes last week. And 5 of 8, 67 yards. Nice, very cool. We know Michael Penix isn't going to play today. Like they've decided.
They're just going to tuck him away and hide it.
But the other thing is, I'm almost certain they're not going to play Kirk Cousins either. So imagine being in a position where you've got to protect your starter and the backup because you don't know if the starter is good enough, and your backup's an old man. Like
that
you got to protect him.
That you might want to trade. That
right.
You're just waiting for the next star quarterback to blow an ear or hurt a shoulder, so you can actually get some capital for this poor investment.
Now you can also make the argument that, you know what you've got in Kirk Cousins. There's no need to play him.
And I agree with that.
And you can also make the argument that and I would actually agree with this, you almost get more from those joint practices than you do from a preseason game.
I've always agreed, but there is something to continuity and live game situations. And also, Penix there's a lot to learn about this guy. I mean, how much did we see last year? Did we see enough to go, you've earned the right to not play in the preseason?
Of games,
I don't think he's earned that right to be so good that, like Dak, we'll get a couple of snaps in next to last preseason game and we'll be ready. You're not that guy. I think repetition is going to be key with that team. And I'm not sold on whether Penix is actually that good, to be honest with you. I hope his team is.
Yeah, I'm not sure about Michael Penix either.
I believe he's got all the possibilities of being a good quarterback, but until I see it, I don't know.
With Cam, they're in a weird spot because Cam, now that Will Levis is gone, it's done. It's official. Wait, this isn't real, is it?
Mike Parsons' trade proposal. It's a proposal.
Oh, okay. Oh, geez. I thought. Okay, sorry. But with Cam Ward,
this is a different thing.
Yeah, because
he's going to get his reps.
Levis is out. There's no backup plan.
Right.
He's the starter, and you want to play him, but you also have to protect him. You got to wrap him in bubble wrap.
And know full well, even best case scenario, even if Cam came out and was rookie of the year and did everything you had dreamed of, you might win 5 games. So
right.
What are we doing here? So you've got to. This is not about just this year. So you keep him safe and you let him learn. And if at any time, I go Bryce Young on this. The moment I feel like he's losing any kind of confidence or anything, I have no problem sitting you down, brother. I mean, you're here for the duration. It ain't about this year. But I do want to see him play. So if you're looking for compelling reasons to tune in, if we're not going to see the starting quarterbacks, at least let me see a vague formation of this offense and see how especially with Penix, how are they going to use him? Because he's a different kind of quarterback than Kirk Cousins. I mean, he's just a different dude. So is the offense going to reflect Penix's ability to kind of move the pocket and be a little bit more athletic, or is it going to look more like Cousins' drop back, 3-step and deliver? And with Cam, I assume this offense will look like the offense that head coach had previously, I think, but I don't know. So I'd like to see that too.
In the other game, the Chiefs-Seahawks game, Andy Reid said, and the reason why the Chiefs were an appealing watch last week was Patrick Mahomes was going to play.
Right.
I can't speak for Andy Reid, but here's what Andy Reid's quote is. There's a chance I sit a couple of the starters or at least be short with them. We want to make sure we get a look at these young guys, so we'll just see how it all rolls going forward. That tells me he ain't playing.
We ain't seeing him till first game, first season.
And nor should he.
Yeah.
There are a handful of guys who I don't have questions about.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. These quarterbacks, I know what you can do. I don't need to see you do that. I know the offense you're in. I know the guys you'd be throwing to. As long as your coach is comfortable, I'm comfortable too. But there's so many other questions that do need to be answered that, Mahomes is getting to a point where I think you do need to play your backup. That you've been remarkably lucky, Kansas City. He has never been hurt.
Franklin says the Titans want the number 1 pick next year at trade value. Well, listen.
Even at their best, they're headed that way.
If the Titans get the number 1 pick, they may have to start looking at those quarterbacks.
Sure. And again, that's another reason to play Cam. I mean, fail fast.
You want to know what he is, and I'm with that for sure. Again, you're not going to be competitive. The one thing I knew about the Titans last year, and Rob and I disagreed on it. I think he came around at the end.
Oh, don't discount my man.
Will Levis is not good at football.
He's just good enough to be a bad quarterback.
Yeah, he is not good at football, and the Titans figured it out, drafted Cam Ward.
Fell fast.
I want to know if Cam Ward's good at football. I have lots of questions about Cam Ward. I think there's certainly upside, but there are things about his game that I absolutely hate. I don't like a guy who throws the ball like Brett Saberhagen. I don't want a guy who's throwing it damn near underhand every time he throws it, and that's what Cam Ward does. It's always worked in college.
Is this offense going to reflect that the way that Sean Payton so skillfully kind of guided the last 4 years of Drew Brees' career without a shoulder? Is it going to reflect his inability to get it over the line? Are they going to be able to block and create the gaps to get the ball through? Those are the things I want to pay attention to. But the best way to see that is actually with Cam throwing the ball.
That's the only way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So but at the end of the day with the Titans, they're spinning their wheels if they win, quite frankly. I mean, they don't want to win. They want to win for their own self, gratification. But at the end of the day, this is the beginning of a rather long process. So if it's a question of, do we play Cam to win a football game? No, you play Cam to get him better. And the moment you don't feel like he's getting better, play somebody else.
Yeah. It feels like the Titans they're going to be in with Cam for the long haul. I don't think there's any doubt about that. Like the fact that they made it like a no-brainer that they were picking him number 1, and obviously Shador falling to the 5th round. In hindsight, you go, yeah, of course Cam Ward was going to be the first pick, because the people who were arguing were saying, well, Shador should be the first pick, which in hindsight would have been wild. But it does feel like for me personally, if I were a Titans fan, I would want to know immediately if this guy's worth a damn or not. And I don't think you're going to find out in the preseason, certainly. But
well, I'll tell you this. When I saw Sanders play, after 5 snaps, I thought, okay, there's enough there. And that's what I want to see.
I mean, I think I saw – I've probably seen enough of Cam already for that. Mm-hmm. But there's a difference between being an NFL quarterback and being a franchise quarterback.
Number 1 overall.
And they're hoping that Cam Ward's a franchise quarterback. All right, we'll talk about the rest of the games coming up this weekend on the other side. Morning Huddle 94.1, San Antonio Sports Star.
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville.
Ahead of the field and throws it down with a right hand.
Your home for the NBA.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radio.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Business owners can now keep in touch with up to 200 staff members at one time. Go to rapidradios.com now for up to 60% off and free shipping.
School's out, summer's in, and that vacation countdown is officially on. But what about your 4-legged MVP? Bluebonnet Pumpkin Biscuit in Selma has your furry family member covered. Daycare, boarding, grooming, and training, they've got it all. They're built for your pet's health, happiness, and tail-wagging good times. If you're in the military, your teacher, or your first responder, they've got barking good exclusive discounts. So go ahead, book that trip, hit the beach, crush your summer plans. Bluebonnet Pumpkin Biscuit has your pet in good hands. Because home away from home isn't just for humans. Bluebonnet Pumpkin Biscuits in Selma.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here. Based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025, Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Hi, I'm Jason Thompson. I'm a personal injury attorney, and since 1994, I've been helping people and their families family seriously injured or killed by negligent drivers. My website is alawyerforus.com. I use that phrase because I know that there's no way a regular San Antonian can possibly beat $1 billion insurance company alone. You will need an experienced attorney to stand up for you and get what you and your family deserve. This month, my father will retire after 50 years of practicing law, doing what he taught me to do, help people in need. Stand up for the people that cannot. Use the skills you have to help the people in your community when and where you can. When an insured driver seriously injures someone, $1 billion insurance company uses everything it can to pay as little as possible. Every insurance company you have heard of has a very large staff of attorneys already working against you. If you or a family member has been seriously injured because of a negligent driver, call me, Jason Thompson, as soon as you can after a collision. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400. Or check out my website, alawyerforus.com.
Working from home, you realize you don't have enough outlets or USB ports. Hill Electric can fix that for you. For over 3 decades, the family-owned Hill Electric has served San Antonio homes and businesses. From adding an outlet, fixing that fuse that always blows, or that flickering light, Hill Electric has the right service at the right price, and there is never a service charge and always free estimates. Call Hill Electric at 210-404-9074. That's 404-9074. Or go to hill-electric.com.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We are working a few trouble spots as you head into your commute. 151 eastbound, that connector to northbound 410. We've got an accident, connector ramp partially blocked. On 410 northbound at Rigsby, that's all now off to the shoulder. Another at 281 southbound San Pedro, right shoulder blocked. And I-10 eastbound approaching UTSA Boulevard, disabled vehicle now off to the shoulder. Noticing some delays, about 10 minutes or so, 90 eastbound, FM 471 over to 410, and stop and go along 35 northbound from 90 to Laredo Ceballos, just south of downtown. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Saturday afternoon at 6. The Cowboys are back home from training camp for their second preseason game, taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Pre-game at 5. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. San Antonio Sports Center.
The Dallas Cowboys have returned from Oxnard, California and resumed practice at the Star. Head coach Brian Schottenheimer announced yesterday his plan for Saturday's game against the Ravens. In the NBA, the schedule has dropped and the San Antonio Spurs will have national coverage for 22 games, covering the gamut of the stations covering the league: ESPN, ABC, NBC, Peacock, and Amazon Prime. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
8:02 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. The rest of the games this weekend, we're going around the league. The Panthers and the Texans going to go at it after a week of joint practices, and I think there will always be a connection between Bryce Young and CJ Stroud because
absolutely
they go 1 and 2, and one has already achieved great success. The other one, there's still a lot of questions about.
Thinking of what I want to see tonight, I don't know what I can possibly expect from the Texans offense. Because that offensive line is so absolutely decimated.
It really is.
I don't know what they're going to be able to do until it's 3-on-3, the threes running against the threes, So they're so hamstrung today. I don't know what to look for other than, stay healthy and let's see what the defense can do.
A guy to watch for, certainly for the Panthers, is Xavier Legette, who last year was a massive disappointment for the Panthers. Mm-hmm. And apparently early signs in training camp were awful. But word out of Carolina and Houston that I've read is Xavier Legette dominated joint practices this week. And this is
you want to talk good news for Bryce.
Oh, yeah. Well, remember, they took Tet McMillan with the 8th pick in the draft. So they were already – I think the Panthers were already assuming Legette was just a bust.
Right.
So you draft a guy in the top 10, Xavier Legette automatically gets bumped down the depth chart a slot. So now you're talking about a guy who might be playing for his job.
And who's supremely talented.
Yeah.
I mean, this could be the best possible thing that could have happened to Carolina over the last couple of years, just to give him some more weapons. But that's all you want to see from the Panthers, right? Is Bryce still getting better?
Certainly.
I mean, that's it.
So Bryce is in that it's year 3. I always say if you're not good by year 3, you're not going to be good.
And I agree.
So he's got to be good this year. And at least last year, he started to show signs. Mm-hmm. And you can look at that at one of two ways. You can look at it in the way of, well, he's shown you enough to keep him around, but you also probably know by now he is never going to be elite. He's not going to be a top-tier quarterback.
No, he's always going to, at his highest and best would probably be, the 15th best quarterback.
Yeah.
That won't beat you, but can win a game. I will say this, that, he got benched for confidence and, it was ugly last year.
Yeah.
But when he came back, he was better.
Yeah.
And I'll give him credit for that. I think there's a lot of points to be had for taking the breath, looking at what's going on, and improving your game and your brain. I'll give him a positive step into this. I do think that there's some there that I didn't think was.
And the truth about, the Panthers, because remember what the Panthers gave up to get Bryce. Like, this was not only the number 1 pick, it was another number 1 pick. Like, they moved up to get him and gave away the farm, basically. So they're more married to him than a typical number 1 overall pick. This is they really, really want to try and figure it out.
But if they don't, this is the year to do it.
This is the year to figure it out.
You can't pay him
because you can't get into like, oh yeah, let's give him his 5th year option and let's go like. You need to know if this guy's a franchise quarterback or not. So that's one of the, and again, I doubt Bryce plays tonight.
No.
But I am. That's the thing I'm most looking forward to this season for the Panthers is figuring out if he is that. Like with the Texans, even though CJ had a down year last year, you've seen what the peak of CJ is, and okay, that's our quarterback.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that production. It's just I don't think I can see anything from this team when they know that whoever's at quarterback is going to be an absolute duress. We can't even run a play.
The Dolphins are at the Lions, and this is the thing I'm interested in most about both these teams this season is the coaching. This is a make or break year for Mike McDaniel.
No question.
If the Dolphins stink, he will be fired.
And he doesn't like Tyreek Hill. He doesn't like him. He doesn't like him around him, but I think he feels like I got to have him.
Yeah.
Without him, my offense is if not the biggest weapon other than the quarterback right there, but I hate him.
Yeah.
So it's a tough situation to be in.
Well, and he's also his job in my mind is handcuffed to Tua.
Oh, no doubt.
And if Tua, you talk about a guy who you need to know. Like, I'm pretty sure the Dolphins realize by now Tua is at his best. Tua's okay.
Well, the problem, even if he was better than that, he's a hard sneeze away from having to retire.
Right.
He's a tap on the noggin away from sitting and drooling. So, this is a tough year, and you better be looking at next year too, because if he goes down, you're in. What do you got?
Yeah,
you got nothing.
He bumps his head open in the cabinet trying to find a cereal bowl.
Seriously, and you're talking about a team that didn't do enough to get a backup in just in case, and there's no more just in case than him.
Yeah. And for the Lions, losing both those coordinators, I get it. I always say this about Dan Campbell because Dan Campbell comes across as an oaf.
But he is not.
Sean Payton wouldn't have kept Dan Campbell around as his number 2 guy for 7 years or whatever it was if he was a dope.
I was dead wrong. I was dead wrong.
He presents as dopey, but you know what? Mike Vrabel presents as dopey. Mike Vrabel's a good coach. Like there's a lot of coaches who present, especially it seems these former players present as a lot dumber than they are. And this guy's a smart guy, but also he just lost 2 of the best assistants in the league. And how do you recover from that?
Jared Goff, I mean, can he exist without his coach?
Without Ben Johnson,
because Ben lifted him off the scrap heap and made him a viable, if not great, quarterback. I mean, he's viable. I mean, he can win a game and be that accurate, but that by far is the biggest question. Does this offense, does this defense continue to flow without the guys that were making the calls? And I'd like to think that there's enough was learned over the last 2 years for them to go, this is a necessary part of a great team, that we are going to lose coordinators, but these guys have been in it long enough to be able to change systems or whatever slight alterations there have been on the offense and defense and carry on. They've got enough talent to do it. But again, I fall back on Dan Campbell. I've been wrong. I was wrong. I didn't think the rah-rah would work. And now we're back to the situation I thought he was in when he first got there. Can the rah-rah version of Dan Campbell overcome the brain drain from his coordinators?
The Packers and the Colts go this weekend.
No love. It's the quarterback for the Colts. Whoever plays best, I guess.
Matt LaFleur said Romeo Doubs won't practice which means he won't play in the preseason game. Jordan Love was at practice today, but not participating.
Surgery on a pinky, right?
On his thumb, the left thumb. Yeah. And Jaden Reed, they say, is out of his walking boot, but also not practice. They're just trying to stay healthy right now.
But that's not Green Bay. They are who they are. There's no shocks coming.
No, you're right. But the question for the Colts is it going to be Anthony Richardson or is it going to be Daniel Jones? Anthony Richardson was hurt last week, which already sets off alarm bells because Anthony Richardson seems to be always hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know I don't know what the plan is for them, but Shane Steichen, going into the second preseason game, was talking about where the QB battle stands at the moment. We'll work through that. We had today. We got a preseason game Saturday. We have some practices next week. We'll work through that. I don't have an exact timetable on it, but sooner rather than later would be nice.
Too all involved, quite frankly.
And if apparently from the beat reporters and the outsiders, no one is stepping up and saying this job should be mine.
I can't imagine that Dimes doesn't get the job. I just can't imagine that he doesn't get it with a quick hook or sharing a fair amount of time. And it's not because I think he's that much better. It's just because he's got more experience. That's the only reason I would expect him to be QB1 on week 1. That doesn't mean he's not QB1 week 2, but I just can't imagine them starting without him being their guy.
The Colts used the 4th pick in the draft on this
guy.
guy.
But fail fast. And it's not so much about his talent. We might not ever know because not only it's the mental acuity, is he able to withstand the pressure? And so far I've never seen a guy pull himself out of a game like that. And then there's the physical side of it. I can't rely that you're going to even be available next week, even if you are gun-ho and fully confident, and at least Dany can run around, and not that either one of them's a fix.
Anthony can run too.
Yeah, but he gets hurt, is what I'm saying.
Well, so does Daniel Jones.
Yeah. I just feel like Jones will be QB1.
Neck injury. But the difference is between the two guys.
But what are they doing here?
Daniel Jones is such a safe player with there's not going to be explosive plays. Anthony Richardson is going to be an explosive play guy, but also is going to make a lot of mistakes. So, what do you value, I guess?
I value Cade Klubnik or Nussmeier is what I value.
More than likely.
I'm looking at their tape while I'm preparing for this week's game.
That's probably a good thing to be valuing at this point.
What are we doing here?
You're probably going to get a look at it. Patriots are at Minnesota for this one.
Lots of questions here, man. Lots.
Yeah, but fortunately, I don't think either of them have a question at quarterback now.
No, but I cannot wait to see, and we're not going to see it until regular season, but the legends of J.J. McCarthy. I haven't seen enough to justify all that they have done over the last couple of years. You know what I mean? So he must be damn good.
Well, again, I don't have access to the film from practice, but every report out of the joint practices said J.J. McCarthy embarrassed the Patriots defense.
Damn good. And I haven't seen it, so I can't wait to see a fully functioning J.J. McCarthy and have him live up to a team that, drafted him, named him starter QB1 before first practice of OTAs, and then let Sam Darnold go, who had this miracle season, and they're still trusting. He's got big shoes to fill, and the Vikings are all in. And, they got some injury issues, so I'm not sure how much we would see a successful JJ. But I just want to see him call a couple of plays. I want to see him throw the ball.
Yeah. Apparently there was a lot to see with him. They're saying they don't expect him to play this weekend. But what I will say is Kevin O'Connell, when I talk about guys, if you say this is my quarterback, who do I believe you? Yeah.
He's earned it.
I mean, he turned Sam Darnold into a viable quarterback.
He made Kirk Cousins $40 million again.
Yeah.
I mean, no, I'm a full believer.
Sam Darnold was – I mean, Kirk Cousins, he got him a contract that he's never going to live up to.
Right.
He got Sam Darnold a contract that he never could have imagined after the start to his career.
No doubt. I just want to see it. I want to see it. And then on the other side, I know that May is a quarterback. He's one of those guys last year. Yep, that's a pro. He's going to be a quarterback in New England as long as they want to pay him. I want to see running back. I want to see this guy who might be the number one running back taken this year.
Well, what I saw about Drake,
fantasy-wise anyway.
What I saw written about Drake May was struggled. And Brian Flores is Brian Flores is one of the best DCs. He brings pressure like nobody else. He's the heaviest blitzing defensive coordinator in the league. If you're a young quarterback, Brian Flores is probably going to make you look bad,
especially in preseason.
Yeah, I've said before, I like what I've seen in Drake May. I trust what I see in Drake May, but
running back. Let's see how they run the ball.
You like Ramondre Stevenson?
I think Ramondre might be the best fantasy back coming out.
Big words.
Well, it doesn't mean he's the best
Saquon
back.
Barkley.
I'm just talking about catches in the flat. You get PPR. You're going to get lots of carries. This is an offense that's going to lean on him a lot. I mean, he might not be the best running back, but as far as fantasy numbers, he might be one of the top three in my mind.
All right, we got more games to talk about, including Browns-Eagles, Ravens-Cowboys, Jets-Giants. We'll talk about those on the other side. Morning Huddle 94.1.
Where are you going this weekend? It's Friday. You earned it. Head over to Twin Peaks. They're waiting on you. This is the time when we all prepare for our fantasy drafts. And I'll say it again. There's no better place to host a fantasy draft in Twin Peaks. Heck, they've been doing it for years. They understand that it takes some time, and they'll make sure you got all the time you need, the space you need, and you also got a little bit of extra when you head over to Twin Peaks. Being a commissioner is a thankless job. It always has been, but Twin Peaks will thank you appropriately. Come out there. There's a little money for you. There's even some money for every player, a little bit of coupon action, $5 for every player to get the drink started, and you'll get a little bit on your own just for bringing your roster for the fantasy draft. You need to call the one you want to go to so you can make sure you reserve your place, but there is no better locale to have your fantasy draft than Twin Peaks. They know exactly what you're doing and what you expect from a fantasy draft place. We got to eat, right? Well, that scratch food's coming out of the kitchen. Brand new menu every year as we get ready for football season. You got to make sure you pair whatever they're bringing out scratch made with the local brews that they always make sure they have on tap, and they're always 29 degrees. They prove it with a thermometer. 4 great locations to head over. Days of All on I-10, that's my home field, 151 and 410 over on the west side. Got your Loopland location taken care of. And over on the northeast, they haven't forgotten about you, IKEA Lane. Twin Peaks, the eats are always spectacular. The drinks icy cold. I say it all the time, but why do I go? It's those scenic views.
South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Saturday afternoon at 6. The Cowboys are back home from training camp for their second preseason game, taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Pre-game at 5. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Calling all snack MVPs, it's time to huddle up with Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds, the low-carb, high-protein snack with a flavor-packed crunch. From sea salt and cracked black pepper to hot honey, sweet barbecue, and more, these bold bites are ready to tackle your crunch time cravings. Find your flavor playbook at H-E-B and make every bite count, because when it's crunch time, there's only one snack you need on your team: Southern Recipe Small Batch.
Circa Million and Circa Survivor are back with a massive $21 million in guaranteed prizes. Circa Million,
Pick 5 games against the spread each week. 126 ways to win with $6 million guaranteed. Circus Survivor, 1 pick a week, no point spread. Last the longest to win it all. $15 million guaranteed. Enter in Nevada, play from anywhere. $21 million guaranteed. Visit circusports.com for details.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney and have been representing people injured in auto and commercial truck collisions right here in San Antonio, my hometown, since 1994. Getting into a collision can be a life-altering event. Your health and recovery is the only thing that really matters, and anyone that's ever been injured in a traffic collision will tell you that. How do you get the insurance company to pay? Simple. Call me. As your attorney, my job is to get you through this. The decisions you make immediately after a collision are the most important decisions you can make. If you call me as soon as you can after a collision, I will help you make the right decisions for you and your family. Remember, I do not charge for a consultation. Growing up on the southwest side of San Antonio, when Loop 410 was the edge of town, I know how overwhelming it could be to face a giant insurance company all on your own. Just keep it simple. Call me. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 900-0400. Or go to my website at lawyerforus.com.
Attention football fans. AARP Texas is teaming up with San Antonio Sports Star for this season's Dallas Cowboys training camp. Enter for your chance to win a pair of preseason tickets or tickets to a home game. Visit sasportsstar.com now to enter for a chance to win. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Brought to you by AARP Texas. Whether you're a diehard fan or just love the excitement of game day, AARP Texas has you covered. Again, just go to sasportsstar.com and enter for a chance to win big with AARP Texas. It's your chance to experience Cowboys football live. Visit sasportsstar.com now.
This is a special notice to U.S. taxpayers owing $10,000 or more to the IRS. Tax Relief Advocates is urgently notifying taxpayers that tax relief initiatives are now available that may significantly reduce or eliminate what you owe. If you're afraid of an IRS lien, levy, or wage garnishment, don't lose hope. You can now take advantage of these current relief programs to end all collections, reduce the amount you owe, and resolve your tax problem. Even if you have years of unfiled tax returns or are already in a payment plan, you may still qualify for significant relief. Struggling taxpayers can now get relief they need during these hard economic times. A hotline has been established by Tax Relief Advocates for you to call and see what you qualify for. They are A+ rated with the BBB and have over 1,000 5-star reviews. Don't wait. Call 800-575-7147. 800-575-7147. That's 800-575-7147 or simply visit TRA.com.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
I ain't living right. My mother always stressing I ain't living right.
Yeah.
Coming down my nose. Oh, man. Morning Huddle. Mine's playing tricks on us here this morning. Browns, Eagles. There's plenty to see with the Browns. Apparently, we will not see Shedeur Sanders. Nope. He is injured. The question is now, the bar's been set, boys. Shedeur played last week when everybody else was hurt. Dillon Gabriel and Kenny Pickett were hurt last week. They're going to get their chances this week, I would assume. My guess is Joe Flacco doesn't play. I think the Browns understand Joe Flacco is their best chance to win games, and they're going to try to win games early before they raise. Eventually, they'll raise the white flag and say, "Okay, let's see what we got here." But I get it. Everybody's got hope at the start of the season.
Well, I can tell you this: Dillon better look good. The comparison is going to be less than favorable if he doesn't come out there and look like he has command of the offense. That's all.
In my mind, there's more pressure on Kenny Pickett than there is on Dillon Gabriel.
We know who Pickett is. I'm not worried about Pickett. I'm just talking about Dillon. If we're comparing rookies, Shedeur had such a good game that Dillon's going to. I'm not talking about you don't have to complete all the passes you're throwing to rookies too, but look like you have command. And Shedeur looked like he understood the offense, flowed well, moved the pocket, and completed downfield, checked down. Dillon's going to have to do that.
But here's the deal: how many quarterbacks are the Browns going to carry?
3.
Okay. We know Joe Flacco. is going to be one.
I think that one of the older dudes is going to be the casualty here.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well, for Kenny Pickett,
I don't think he's going to be the dude. If Dylan plays, I don't think he'll be the guy.
Kenny Pickett has to play so well today that they've got to, because I still stand by Dylan Gabriel's a third-round pick. He's going to make the roster.
I agree.
So that means they're looking at Kenny Pickett or Shedeur Sanders.
No, Pickett's going to suffer because one, why do we think we're going to win with Kenny Pickett? Is he going to vault us into the playoffs? What are we doing here?
Kenny Pickett, I would argue, is a top 5 backup quarterback in the league,
and be very comfortable being paid that amount by somebody else.
That's what it's
could
going to
actually
end up being.
use him. So I think Shedeur secured his spot. Now Dylan can play his way out, but I don't think
it
that'll
would take
happen.
a lot.
Yeah, I don't think that'll happen. Kenny is a proven commodity that an NFL team would pick up the moment he got cut. You know, that you could feel comfortable. I'm not ending this guy's career. Somebody going to go grab him. And he'll fit in very nicely wherever that might be because he'll fill in a gap that is obvious with a veteran kind of prowess, whatever he can offer. But I agree. I do think that this is Pickett's job to lose as far as Cleveland quarterback.
49ers and the Raiders this weekend, which I like that these teams are doing a joint practice together. They're old neighbors, old rivals. I like that. Here's the things I've heard out of Niners camp, at least. Ricky Pearsall looks like he's the real deal.
He did last year. He did, once he got healthy.
Dude coming back from having a gunshot wound. But apparently, you also have to consider the 49ers don't have a lot of other options at wide receiver right now.
And Shanahan, whoever plugs in, always seems to have a good year.
And the best thing the best news possible for the 49ers is that Christian McCaffrey is looking elite once again. The joint practice showed McCaffrey very involved. He had 15 touches and looks like 2023 Christian McCaffrey.
That could turn on a dime. I don't play him until I absolutely have to. I figure I only got so many reps in him.
Kyle Shanahan said McCaffrey's GPS chip has reached 25 miles an hour.
All right, rest him. We'll see him in September. Don't play him again, man. You're playing with dynamite here. Just sit him down, man. And for me, the watch reason is the other running back, Ashton Genty. I want to see him. 2 carries last week? It was not very
negative 4 yards or something.
So I don't expect a lot, but I do want to see footwork. I want to see, wiggle in the hole, all the terms you use for running backs and all the stuff I saw at Boise. They went pretty high on this cat, so there better be some output.
The Niners are dealing with a lot of injuries on defense.
Yeah.
Kyle Shanahan, this is a weird statement. Kyle Shanahan said the starters on offense are going to get some run, and then he also said staying healthy is our top priority.
It is. Well, for some guys.
So shouldn't those things don't go hand in hand to me.
It does for McCaffrey. I know McCaffrey. I know he's fully capable. There is no need to see him carry the ball in the preseason. Yeah. I don't need to see it.
But I'm saying our starters are going to get some run, and we've got to get out of here healthy. It's incongruent.
Yeah, you can't have both. But I do think if you are playing, you're playing for your job as a starter. If you suddenly get the call, you better look who's behind you because they're coming for you.
I agree. All right, the Chargers are at the Rams.
Health on both sides. Just
get
out of this.
And now, I mean, the Rams, obviously, they're still waiting on answers on their quarterback.
And Stetson Bennett looked, it was the Cowboys' kind of lackadaisical defense, but
he looked phenomenal last week.
Bennett looks like a decent quarterback.
Dude, you talk about one of the biggest surprise stories to go from a walk-on to like an elite college winner.
Remember when he was hungover post-game when he did his interview drunk? I love the guy.
Yeah. I mean,
so carry on.
It's wild that this dude was like, of all the guys,
he got a nice deep ball. I mean, he could have played scholarship ball anywhere, and he chose to walk on there. But he is a hell of a football player. I like him. I think that the Rams like him too because there's a lot of grit there.
Well, I'm a fan. And I know Sean McVay's a fan, and if Sean McVay is a fan, then
when and if he leaves, he'll be leaving for a starting job.
Yeah.
He will.
I'm
just saying, when you got McVay and you're going to have just enough to show in preseason, because as long as Stafford is even capable of tying his shoes, he's going to play. But next year, when he comes available, I get the sense somebody's going to pay him some money to go and be a starter.
Who was the guy that was the starter or was supposed to be the starter at Georgia? Who was like a top recruit?
It was one of the Ohio State runaways, right?
I don't remember. I know Jake Fromm was there.
There was a guy that came in that was supposed to be the dude.
Yeah, he was like one of the top guys in the country. I can't think of who it was at the time. Yeah, I don't know.
It might have been Fromm, but
No.
I felt like it was an Ohio State guy that showed up.
Maybe
and
so.
got beat out.
But yeah, just Stetson Bennett's a great story. For the Chargers,
stay healthy.
I mean,
that's all.
Yeah, I agree with that. For the Chargers, I want to see more of like what these wide receivers are capable of. I want to see what their offense is going to look like. And I mean, I'm not saying they should put Justin Herbert out there,
but this is a ground and pound offense.
He is going to play for a little bit.
Yeah, I would too, but I don't expect. I want to see physical football for a little bit, and let's go have a snack, because the continuity is the key for the Chargers. Just get better than where you were. You plug some gaps, you fill some holes. Got some injuries you're going to have to protect, but right now, this is a team that if they do things right, should be a playoff team. Don't screw it up now.
Do you know how many preseason starts Justin Herbert has made in his career?
Shoot. Probably not. Well, this is Harbaugh now. Probably 5 or 6.
0.
Never started. Even
Never
with that
started.
previous clown.
So
Okay.
his rookie year was the COVID year.
Yeah.
So there was no preseason.
There you go. That's why.
And in 21 and 23 didn't play in any, and then 2024 he had the foot issue. So he's just.
And I don't need to see him.
Yeah.
I know who he is. Again, this offense is the same offense. It's the same coach.
But Harbaugh said all the starters are going to play. He says this is the game where I'm going to see what my guys look like. So I'm excited for that. Apparently, Matt Stafford is he's expected to work out with the team ahead of the game.
Good.
So that doesn't mean he's going to play.
What's that? Is he going to wear pads?
But he is going to work out with the team. So, I mean, there's no way he's putting on pads. Jets, Giants. Is there a world where Jackson Dart plays well enough to be the starting quarterback?
Why would you do that?
I mean, the same reason we say everybody else, like, find out what you've got.
Well, there's that, and I would agree with that. But
and let's face it, Rob, you saw Russell Wilson last year. Is there anything that told you about Russell Wilson, like this guy can get you back to a Super Bowl?
And I'm not saying that at some point during the year Russell sits on the bench. And I think if Dable had his ideal season, they're close in a lot of games, move the ball. But no, they have their quarterback of the future starting next year, and they get to go back to the well and get some draft picks to help him. But right now, even if they win a couple, what are we doing here? Russell's not your long-term answer. So I would have him start and treat it a lot like, no, Russell's not what Alex Smith was, but the same kind of idea. Just sit and watch, brother. You're going to get this team, and let's hopefully, by the time you do get it, we'll be able to add a couple more pieces. For me, I want to see Scattaboo. I want to see this guy healthy running in an NFL football game. He could be my favorite new player in the NFL this year.
Thank you, Matthew Ariza. JT Daniels was the quarterback.
That's it. Where did he come from? Was he an Ohio State runaway?
USC.
That's right. It was a runaway from another school.
JT Daniels had the craziest career arc.
Oh.
He was like the top recruit in the country, goes to USC. He's supposed to be the man. Struggled his first year, left after year 2, transferred to Georgia where he was supposed to be the man, never lost a start at Georgia. He went 7-0 as a starter at Georgia, was still behind a walk-on who won the national championship. So he says, you know what? I'm going to West Virginia. They'll let me play there. Well, he went to West Virginia. He stunk. He goes to Rice. So he went from being the number 1 recruit in the country to USC, to being back up to a walk-on at Georgia, to West Virginia, to Rice.
You think of the career arc he had, and then Cam Ward's. It's like an X.
Oh, it really
One
is.
went down.
It really is. How wild is that, man?
One started at Incarnate Word, the other one at USC, one finishes in Miami, and the other at West Virginia watching somebody else throw the ball.
One goes number 1 overall in the NFL draft. The other one is a graduate assistant at the University of West Georgia.
Hey, man.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. He's in an offensive analyst role now.
So he's not even a GA.
He's a quarterback's coach now.
No, he's a ball grabber is what he is. Go pick up the balls. What's the title?
Offensive analyst.
Offensive analyst, you say.
Yes.
So you're watching film.
What a wild, a roller coaster of a ride.
Again, a testament to Stedman Bennett. I mean,
yeah.
The guy's got grit.
Bucks at the Steelers.
The 2 oldest teams in all of football playing a preseason game. What do you expect?
Yeah.
Can they just hand it to the fullback over and over and over for 4 hours? I mean, just run it into the line.
Here's what what Todd Bowles said about Baker Mayfield. He said Baker Mayfield was so good in the joint practices against Pittsburgh, I'm not going to play him in the game on Saturday.
That's a coach I want to play for. That's dude, I'm going to go tell the press, you're so good. You've crossed every T, dotted every I. We're ready.
So it's likely to be Kyle Trask or Teddy Bridgewater. Teddy Bridgewater, who, remember, what a story Teddy Bridgewater is right now. And the good news is for those guys, Mike Tomlin said, no Cam Hayward, no TJ Watt, no Alex Highsmith, no Patrick Queen, no Joey Porter, no Darius Slay, no Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah.
No Deshaun Elliott. So basically his entire defense is sitting out.
Fullback dives all day.
Yeah, so this I don't know that there's much to see in this game,
No.
quite frankly. Arizona at Denver.
Now this is fun. This is 2 teams on the uptick that think they're pretty good. I want to see how
especially Denver.
Yeah.
Like, people are saying Denver's a playoff team.
And I think very quietly Arizona believes that they're going to be a dark horse in their division. So I think both these teams just need to look good. They don't have to win, but both of them need to feel good about their offense and feel comfortable that their defense can keep them in games.
Apparently, though, both are going to play mostly backups in the game. For the Broncos, he said, we're playing exclusively backups. And he actually he spoke for Jonathan Gannon, the Cardinals coach, and said none of us are going to play our number ones.
Yeah, I don't think I would like to see Kyler run around, but I don't see the need for it.
And oh God, no! A guy with that injury history, no way. But I do believe, I think that's a good thing for coaches. Like if you have a handshake agreement, like, hey, I'm not going to run any of my best guys out. You don't run any of your best guys out.
The NFL hates it. Don't admit to it.
Yeah.
Don't admit to it, but yeah, we understand.
But
don't talk about it out loud.
Let's just get it done and move on.
We're trying to sell some tickets.
The NFL ain't telling Sean Payton what
I'm
to
not
say.
Tell him anything. Just don't say it out loud.
They're glad Sean Payton is around.
We call it. We don't call it exhibition. We call it preseason for a reason.
All right. There is one more Saturday game to discuss. That is the Ravens and the Cowboys. We'll do that on the other side, as well as the Sunday games. There is a Monday night preseason game, too.
What? Are we going to get the Monday night crew?
And
a warm-up?
I do not
With
believe
Laura Rutledge
so.
standing on the sidelines?
We are. It's on ESPN.
There we go. Maybe we'll get a little bit of Troy action.
So we'll talk about the Cowboys and the other Sunday games, which are Jags, Saints, Bills, Bears on the other side. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I got to tell you about Carbach once again. That's right, twice in one day.
Yeah.
It's because that's how first of all, it's because I was
No, it's because you were out Monday.
sick.
Yeah.
And it's Friday.
Yeah.
Well, and that means it's Friday.
Yeah.
And what are we doing on a Friday?
Can't drink all day unless you start early.
Damn right. And if you're drinking, you want to be drinking a Carbach. If you like a lighter beer, Love Street is their best seller. That is the easiest entry beer to craft. I always say, if you want to try craft beer, but you're used to big beer, you want to try something new, something different, but still kind of palatable for you, I think Love Street is the answer. It's a Kolsch-style blonde. Eric, the brewmaster, literally wrote the book on how to brew Kolsch, like the book that they read in Germany. He is the world-renowned Kolsch brewer, and this is his take on it for Carbach. Just a fantastic beer. Hopadillo is their flagship IPA. It's a very bitter, punch-you-in-the-mouth, hop-forward West Coast IPA. And then Crawford Bock is, in my opinion, their best daily drinker. It's just perfect for any occasion. Can never be too hot or too cold to drink a Crawford Bock. I just think it's a very smooth, very drinkable beer. And also, they've got some seasonals out right now, a pumpkin lager and the Carb Oktoberfest hitting shelves this week as well. So when you're out and about, you're watching the games this weekend, go ahead and ask your bartender to please make it a Carbock.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We've cleared some trouble. Still have a couple of stalls left over. 410 northbound at Rigsby in the left lane. A little bit of a delay from 37, about 6-8 minutes or so. And then I-10 eastbound right as you approach UTSA Boulevard. That stall is now off to the shoulder. Now, school back in session, so drivers, please stay alert in and around those school zones. You guys see something we're not talking about? Call us on the traffic tip line, 210-785-2601. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars Golf Classic is back, baby. Get the crew together. Guys, gals, the whole gang. And join us Monday, September 29th at Olympia Hills Golf Club for a laid-back day full of swings, laughs, and a little friendly trash talk. It's just $120 per player or $400 for a foursome. A steal for a day on a beautiful course with your buddies. Proceeds benefit the Community Foundation of the Hill Country. But don't worry, this isn't a stuffy tournament. No blazers, no pressure, just cold drinks, good vibes, and unforgettable memories. Presented by the Law Office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, and sponsored by Flight by Yingling and PPL Motorhomes. Then, once you've conquered the course, we'll keep the party rolling at the Break Room Bar off Pat Booker Road, where the drinks are cold, the food is hot, and the stories are even better. Get ready to tee off on the best Monday you'll have all year. Grab your spot now at sasportstar.com.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Perfect for instant contact with an aging parent. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get an extra 60% off, free UPS shipping, and add code radio for an extra 5% off.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
Bob, do you have a Mike Tyson impersonation?
Sounds like Kitty from South Park.
I know.
Like, who is this?
Truman Capote?
Truman Capote. That's possibly the worst Mike Tyson impersonation.
The John Clay Wolf Show.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's the last weekend of quarter horse racing season at Retama Park. And every Saturday night, cheer on the Wheatie Dogs as they race for big prizes. Enjoy terrace dining along with San Antonio's best sports bar, Clubhouse 95. With live music every Friday night. Nothing beats quarter horse racing when you get playpen rewards with every wager. This is the last weekend of quarter horse racing until next year. So don't miss live racing action at Retama Park. For all the details, visit retamapark.com. That's retamapark.com.
When it comes to results, the numbers speak for themselves. Thomas J. Henry secured over $1 billion for clients in the past 4 years and successfully represented thousands of injured Texans. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. San Antonio, Texas.
Doug. Limu and I always tell you to customize your car insurance and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual. But now, we want you to feel it. Cue the emu music, Limu.
Save yourself money today. Increase your wealth. Customize and save, we say.
That may have been too much feeling.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Savings vary. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
Want to see Dallas take on Atlanta at AT&T Stadium? AARP is hooking you up.
I want winners.
Just head to sasportstar.com and register to win a pair of tickets to the Cowboys' final preseason game, Friday, August 22nd at 6 p.m.
1, 2, 3, Cowboys!
It's your chance to catch America's team live before the regular season kicks off.
I like this kind of party!
From AARP and 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Alrighty, 8:43 on the Morning Huddle. rocking our asses off today, baby. Oh, wait.
Bang! Bang! Come on, man. Bang!
Yeah. B. Hannon says, E.J. Warner, Temple, Rice, now Fresno State.
E.J.
Well, he's going the right way. He's leveling up every year.
Yeah, and E.J. but remember when he came out.
Yeah.
E.J. was the man.
Now E.J., I mean, listen, Temple's like about the worst college football program in the world. Rice is Rice. Fresno State's at least
That's a respectable football.
Yeah, and you know what? Maybe next year he's starting for USC. Who knows?
Why not?
And then maybe one day he'll be bagging groceries to a Super Bowl champion. Imagine a story like that where a guy was bagging groceries one day and then stocking shelves.
That's crazy. It'll never happen.
No, I'm telling you. Imagine. And then they give him a chance and he becomes the MVP of the NFL and wins a Super Bowl.
Impossible.
Well,
can't happen.
Well, E.J. Warner heard a bedtime story about that once.
You'd have to marry a motivational speaker. Remember Warner's wife?
Yeah. Yeah.
With her spiked up.
Anyway. She has the same haircut as Jason Penix.
Pretty much. Oh, man. I wonder if he's still married to her.
Of course. Of course he is. What are you talking about? You think they'd get divorced? Kurt Warner would never get divorced. Imagine if Kurt Warner got divorced. That'd be like Tim Tebow getting divorced.
Kidding. God would be upset with us. Kurt Warner wife.
I was thinking about that with Tim Tebow.
Yeah, there we go.
She looked like David Bowie.
She does.
I mean, hey, whatever you're into, man, whatever you're into.
Striking woman.
I was thinking about with Tim Tebow because Tim Tebow's married now.
Yes,
because he was a virgin
He's
for
no
so
longer
long.
Pure.
I bet he is just constantly, getting sex.
Oh,
yeah.
I'd like to think so.
Now that he's opened Pandora's box,
I would like to think
so to
that
speak.
he had
I
a
don't
lot
think his
of
wife's
years
name
to-
is Pandora, but now that he's done that,
Don't talk about Miss Pandora that way.
Pandora Tebow.
Timmy was going like a hamster there for a couple of years. He'd had a lot built up. You wonder why that jump pass was so successful.
I bet he's very, very active.
Do you believe all that? You believe that Tim Tebow, through the University of Florida years, never partook of what was available to him?
I wish I could say I don't. He comes across as such a genuine dude.
I'm not saying I don't, but given Chris Rock once said,
I could have never done it if I were him. I don't care how. I would have. I'm too weak of a man.
You're only as faithful as your options, is what Chris Rock said.
That is a fact.
And there's a lot of options if you're the Heisman-winning quarterback.
He had every option.
At the University of Florida. I'm not saying he didn't, and if he did, I would not blink an eye. I
wouldn't blame him.
I'm not going to challenge the messenger.
But there's a reason he didn't go to BYU.
I'm just saying.
There's probably a lot of reasons he didn't go to
BYU.
BYU.
Notre Dame praying with the brothers before the game.
No, but he does strike me as a genuine dude.
He did. I don't doubt it one bit. Who am I to defame that? But
seriously,
how
you
dare
had
those
you?
kind of options.
God.
It's a crime that you didn't.
All right, Ravens at the Cowboys.
Run the football,
dude. They've got to
run the football. That's all I want to see.
And how about this? Stop the other team from running the football.
That would be nice. That would be nice. I don't expect they're going to be able to do that. Although our boy Toya, our D lineman that we talked to,
Jay Toya,
this guy's making a name for himself. He looks like this. They finally might have drafted a lineman that can play in an appropriate draft position.
Okay.
From the film that I'm seeing, he looks like a guy that's going to play a lot this year.
How about that?
Yeah.
You're talking about a
seventh round pick?
Seventh round pick, yeah.
Looks like he's got something.
Joe Milton is going to start.
He's not what I thought he was going to. He didn't look as good as I thought he was going to look.
Well, I mean, the offensive line continues
I
to
agree
be
with
dreadful.
that, and I want to see more of him. But I will say this. I think both of us agree. We saw enough of him in practice to know he's good enough.
Yeah.
We just want to see him put it on the field.
First-round pick Tyler Booker, who did not play last week, will play this week. So, if they're going to run the ball, I would say
run
behind him. and let's see what we've got in that guy. They asked about Milton being the backup quarterback, and Schottenheimer said, "We don't have to answer that today. Why is there a rush? Why do we have to? We don't have to decide that today. Why are you trying to make me make this decision now?"
That's not a ringing endorsement.
It's not. But but part of it is Schotty's been with Will Grier for a couple years now.
Will's not a bad quarterback, but we saw enough of
with
Milton to think that he's the guy. We just need to see him do it against another team.
And so what Schottenheimer said is that we're going to let these guys all compete. It's not a negative against Will Grier that he's not getting the reps. I've been around Will Grier for a couple years now. We know who Grier is. Yeah. We're not surprised when he goes in and does that. It's figuring out more of Joe Milton. That's the unknown more than the competition.
And I think all three are going to be on the roster. Nobody's going to get cut, but I do think slotting is in play. And Joe Milton looked like a third stringer the other night, and he's going to get every opportunity to earn that second string because we know what Will Grier can do. He's got a great deep ball. We know that, and he knows the offense.
There's a story here, 8 Cowboys to watch in the game. Joe Milton, obviously, didn't have, like you said, didn't have the preseason debut he was hoping for, but he was maybe overly excited.
I would think so.
I don't know.
And line issues too.
I would expect if Joe, like a good way to get Joe Milton comfortable, I think, is to let him run a little.
I agree. And don't worry, he is a backup. So if he gets a little dinged up, you still got Will Grier. But I think there's a lot of things I want to see from Joe Milton. And there's not, and the other stuff that we need to see, I'm not going to see it in the game. It's going to be individual position groups. And did this lineman win his set there, and that won't translate into a successful play. But those are those little things that are going to matter for the Cowboys. And as long as we continue to focus more on Micah, if not, we're losing days when we should be talking about things that truly matter. And I think after this weekend, if the Cowboys look like I expect them to look against the most talented team front to back in football, Baltimore. We're going to be talking about those little things that have slipped through the cracks the last couple of weeks on Monday.
Tyler Booker listed as a player to watch. Obviously, we saw this guy just walking around. He's a mountain. If you can't run behind him, you can't run. Like that's what it boils down to. So I want to see more of him too. Nate Thomas. It says Tyler Guyton's been doing more at practice. He's off working to the side with like resistance cords and things like that.
I'm about to check out on him, AJ.
Well, I'm with you. I said it all last year. Like this guy he's not showing me anything. But I don't know what to think of Nate Thomas. I couldn't pick Nate Thomas out of a lineup before they told me he was going to be the left tackle. I said I've never heard of this man.
And that's of great concern. Again, we're talking about Micah, and we should be talking about the things that truly matter. And this is probably the most important position battle going on. And it's not even a battle. It's just this by default looks like it's going to be Nate.
Phil Maffa, a guy to watch. So Jadon Blue has not done much in the practices this week. So the chances of him playing, he's got an ankle injury. The chances of him playing, I feel, are low. But when you consider the running back room, Javonte Williams, Miles Sanders, Hunter Lepke, the fullback, and Jadon Blue are all probably locks for the roster.
Maffa's working out for another team.
He's fighting for like.
What I'm saying is he's playing. He's going to get cut. But
you think so?
He's going to but they're going to give him every chance to put some film out.
Trayshawn Holden, who apparently has been kind of one of the surprises at wide receiver, undrafted rookie. We sat over by the wide receivers for a little while, and he's got a good body. Yeah. It seems like he's got good hands. I'm into him, but the thing I said to you was, I don't know how they make the wide receiver decisions. There's going to be some guys getting cut that we go, really?
Yeah, and some of it's going to be the justification for previous actions. Like Mingo, he's not better than the rookie, but he's a vet. So he's going to get the nod just because he's that. But as far as equal talent, the guy can play. I'd like to see him put some numbers up, but he's a distant fourth.
Well, Lamb, Pickens, Tolbert, Mingo, and they're going to count Kevontae Turpin as a wide receiver.
And you know what? More and more, he is a wide receiver. They're using him a lot more than I thought they were going to.
That's 5.
Yeah, it's not
keeping 6 as a stretch.
He's going to have to make a couple tackles on special teams.
I think so, and it'd be key if he can do that. Zion Childress, Another undrafted rookie who it says has put himself in a position to make the roster, cornerback, obviously a position of need, so maybe there's some room for him. Donovan Ezeraku has been, it says he's been as good of a pass rusher as they've had in camp, which, I mean, obviously there's one missing. They need somebody to be able to rush the passer without Micah, and that's a guy to watch. And then Mozzie. Oh, Mozzie
in every
Smith.
day, in every way.
Mozzie Smith was not pleased with how he played Saturday against Rams. He said, I just didn't do anything. You got to do something. I'm a first-round pick. There are expectations and all that. This is my third year. Wow. He just said what we've been saying.
I think he's reading his press.
He must listen to our show.
You're all right,
dude,
there,
you're just a person standing there every game. How does this happen?
I don't understand how the Cowboys have managed to be so wrong on so many defensive tackles.
I don't get it.
What are you seeing?
Well, the guy's name was Taco.
Well, and they're out of Michigan, both of them. I mean, what are you thinking that you see that no one else is seeing?
No, Mozzie Smith is not good. And the sooner they decide to, whoever it is, if it's Jay Toya or somebody, like, they need to figure out who the answer is going to be.
Seriously, listen, watch Toya play.
I want to watch it.
Got some.
He's got some dog in him too. All right, we'll get to the Sunday games on the other side. Fun 9 o'clock hour coming up though. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radio.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. A great alternative to a mobile phone for your kids. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get 60% off. Free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems, like snoring, aches and pains, hot sleep, or even an old saggy mattress that can keep you up at night. And our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And right now, save up to $700 on Tempur-Pedic, plus a $300 instant gift. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Did you hear? A recent stash of $10 gold Liberty coins from the 1800s has been found. These gorgeous gold coins are as bright and shiny as the day they were struck in the late 1800s. And less than 200 of these gold coins are available. Coin experts are calling this gold find an incredible opportunity. Call 1-800-917-4635 and you are guaranteed a $10 gold Liberty coin minted by the U.S. Mint in the 1800s. But with extremely limited availability, you must call now. These gold Liberty coins from the 1800s are still in uncirculated condition. That is history you can hold in your hand. To learn more, call 1-800-917-4635. Call now and you'll receive a free American Coin Collector's Bonus Package, a $40 value, free with every order. Call 1-800-917-4635 now to secure your $10 gold Liberty coins dated from the 1800s before they sell out. That's 1-800-917-4635.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
George gets justice. The accident wasn't your fault, but now you're facing pain, bills, and uncertainty. You don't have to do it alone at George Salinas Injury Lawyers. They listen, explain your options, and fight for what you deserve. No upfront costs, no stress, just real help when you need it. If you've been injured, it's time to get George. Call George Salinas Injury Lawyers at 210-225-0909 or visit getgeorge.com. George gets justice. Getgeorge.com.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We've cleared some trouble. Still have a couple of stalls left over. 410 northbound at Rigsby in the left lane. A little bit of a delay from 37, about 6-8 minutes or so. And then I-10 eastbound right as you approach UTSA Boulevard. That stall is now off to the shoulder. Now, school back in session, so drivers, please stay alert in and around those school zones. If you guys see something we're not talking about, call us on the traffic tip line, 210-785-2601. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
The Dallas Cowboys have returned from Oxnard, California, and resumed practice at the Star. Head coach Brian Schottenheimer announced yesterday his plan for Saturday's game against the Ravens. In the NBA, the schedule has dropped, and the San Antonio Spurs will have national coverage for 22 games, covering the gamut of the stations covering the league: ESPN, ABC, NBC, Peacock, and Amazon Prime. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
9 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
6 hours forward, probably getting close there in Europe, somewhere London, Spain.
Yeah. Might be 5 o'clock in, like, Hawaii?
Maybe.
I'm not sure. But,
Somewhere
it is 5 o'clock. I know that for a fact. Oh, Alaska. It's 5 o'clock in Alaska.
Let's tip one for them.
Yeah, 5 a.m., but still, like,
Yeah.
you could, I mean, if you're,
It's a different type of
you can't drink all day if you don't start early in the morning, right? That's the, that's what they say. That's what they say anyway. So happy Friday, Friday. We're all excited for the weekend. Football. Last weekend of games that don't really matter, because next weekend we'll have college football, and I'm excited for that, obviously. We were just talking about Ravens-Cowboys, and before we get into the Sunday games, what's your expectation? Like for the Cowboys this week? I know you said run the ball.
I don't expect a win, but I'm not looking for a win. I expect Baltimore to look fairly dominant,
okay.
To be honest with you. I just think that even their twos are going to look really good.
Yeah, it just feels, I mean, I always say this, they are so good in the preseason, and I don't think it's by accident.
No, and Harbaugh intends to win these games.
I think so. I think he puts actual effort into winning. I think he game plans to win, which, you know, I'm not saying is dumb.
No, if you know that's the plan when you're on that team, I think you appreciate it. But if you're not accustomed to having to work that hard in a preseason game on Saturday night, and you're like, I'm a pro, man. I got 17 football games I'm going to have to play. Why am I playing in the third quarter today? I can see if I'm a pro, like, you can let the other guys play. This is again, preseason exhibition football.
The Ravens last week made Anthony Richardson and Daniel Jones look really bad. I'm not sure what to expect from Milton.
They're going to blitz Milton. They're going to attack him like I expect them to.
And then I have said you got to stop the run. And the Ravens last week, mind you, without Lamar Jackson, and without Derrick Henry, Keaton Mitchell, Dearness Johnson, and Rasheen Ali ran for 177 yards and 2 touchdowns. They're going to run the football, and you got to figure out a way to stop it.
And the ramifications of this, do you think it's possible that the Cowboys could look so bad defensively that Jerry's going, I got to sign Micah today? Do you think that could it get that bad?
No.
So, but I do think it's possible that it could look so bad that at the very least we stop focusing on signing Micah and start looking at what is truly the issue today. And that's the defense that isn't ready to do the things that we thought they needed to be ready to do.
The Bills play the Bears, and boy, you talk about trying to get out of the preseason healthy. The Bills offensively are banged up. Khalil Shakir, Curtis Samuel, both injured right now. Elijah Moore didn't practice this week. That's 3 Josh Palmer practiced, but he had like this giant wrap around his leg. Like they're beat up. Keon Coleman has been good because he's been the only guy really on the field. My thought is, with Buffalo already banged up quite a bit on offense, they're going to try and shorten this game. They want to get out as healthy as possible.
I want to see third-string quarterback.
Well, Mitch Trubisky, Mike White, Shane Buechele. Like, I think we'll see all of them.
I think Mike White is a little bit of a jewel there. I like him. I've always liked Mike White.
Well, he ain't going to have a lot to throw to.
No, but I think that he's a guy that at some point, the way that Josh Allen plays, he's going to get hurt.
Probably.
You just have to assume that there's going to be a game.
I don't like that you said that out loud.
I said hurt, not injured.
Okay.
There's going to be games where maybe you don't necessarily need him. And I think at the end of the day, Trubisky's a hell of a quarterback, and he's got a playoff win. But the most talented guy on their bench is Mike White. So I want to see him throw the ball around to that little wide receiver that's going to be a Mambo King.
KJ Hamler.
KJ Hamler is going to be a Mambo King. I've already decided.
I will go ahead and make a prediction for this game. The total set at 40.5. Give me the under.
Yeah.
The Bills are going to run the football and just try to get the hell out of there. Also, great news if you like the under. The Bears are going to start Caleb Williams.
His extra long playbook?
Yes. Yeah, they're going to say, hey, you can run play A or play B. You tell us which one you like. Just check the box of the one you like before you go out there.
So this is hearsay, but Edwin came in and said, Coach came out and said that we're going to have some delay of games because he's not processing my play calls very fast.
That's crazy.
What are you talking? Why would you tell me that? Why would you tell me that you're a quarterback? I'm going to have to slow things down because he's not understanding me. So we might have a delay a game or two. So it's no big deal. It's no big deal.
Jeez,
he's a third-year quarterback that we've leveraged all of our future, and he can't quite get the play called, but no big deal. We got time.
Yeah, he might be my least favorite quarterback in the NFL. Well, Aaron Rodgers still exists, but I'm now actively rooting for Caleb Williams to fail.
We were laughing in the break that when Jared Goff first came out of Cal Berkeley, he said some things you go, I'm not sure this guy's very smart.
Yeah.
He's football smart, but just on the – and Ben Johnson overcame. He taught Jared Goff. Maybe Ben, given some time, can coach Caleb up. But right now, when your second preseason game, next to last, and you're like, I'm not sure we're going to get the play called in time.
Yeah. Well, I hope that's the case. The last game, Jags Saints. Well, there's a Monday game, Bengals Commanders. We'll save that for Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Just a tip. But the Saints have an active, real quarterback battle going. Tyler Shuck was the better quarterback for them last week. It's him or Spencer Rattler. Apparently, Jake Haener is looked at as
project,
not the guy, which. I mean, again, I don't think any of these guys are the guy personally, but Tyler Shuck, my guess is if I had to say who's the leader in the clubhouse to be the starter, I think it's Tyler Shuck.
Oh, he's going to play till he gets hurt, and he will. And then Rattler will take over. He'll get hurt, and then Shuck will come back. I think both of them are going to play a lot of downs.
Well, and I think then they're going to call Cleveland and say, hey, you guys got Kenny Pickett?
Hey, you might. I'm not kidding. That would be a very logical move. But again, the Saints, they ain't about winning football games. They're the position battle ain't at quarterback. They'll draft that guy next year. But I don't know what you're going to do this week.
Spencer Rattler put up 0 points offensively when he was in last week. That ain't good.
No.
I guess I'm still a little bit excited about seeing what they do with Travis Hunter.
Yeah, I mean, Jacksonville's one of those. If all things go well, this could be a Commander kind of year. If all things go,
oh, Lordy.
Well, I'm just saying they've got enough talent there. If they can just put it together, they could put together a little run. They don't have a very good. Their conference schedule, division schedule is easy.
Listen. Everybody in the AFC South is a C.J. Stroud injury away from competitive.
So I think
not the Titans, but everybody, the Jags and the Colts are a C.J. Stroud away from being competitive.
Yeah, and I don't think the Jags are going to do it, but they do have enough talent there that if things go right, certainly they've had so much bad luck. They are due for a little bit of good luck and a good run, and if anybody could do it, it would be them. I don't think they can.
So are any of these, I mean, obviously the Cowboys-Ravens tomorrow, but any of these other preseason games you're interested in enough to watch? Or give any real time
the early ones, the ones tonight and tomorrow really matter. The later on in the weekend, we're looking at teams that are just treading water, just trying to get to the kickoff.
Yeah, I think tonight, I'll watch tonight because there's football on a Friday night.
Yeah, but there's some intrigue like we talked about. There's some matchups and some guys that I think there's a lot of questions about, and certainly we want to see them, but more importantly, coaches need to see them perform in certain circumstances. So there's value to a couple of the games. The rest is, like we were saying, just get out alive. Don't get hurt and get to kick off on week one.
Okay. There's a couple NFL stories right now, things that aren't good for the NFL. John Gruden's case is going forward. He won in Nevada, and now his case can go forward.
It's an interesting legal question that I think a lot of eyes are on. And I think there's a lot of NFL owners that would like to have access to John Gruden, that would like to see somehow his record kind of expunged. We forget about the racist stuff. And John Gruden needs to be part of the NFL. I think he's paid his price. I think he was contrite, and I think he's got value to this suit. And I think the NFL is kind of glancing sideways. You don't want to lose and look bad, but at the same time, that's a valuable coach. That's a guy that we know can win a Super Bowl, and there's a lot of owners that would call him immediately.
Yeah.
Just don't team him with Mike Mayock ever again.
Probably not. Meanwhile, while they deal with that and the idea of, are we going to let a coach back in who said racist things? Well, there's also currently a civil lawsuit accusing the NFL of discrimination against,
which is moving forward as well.
Brian Flores and other black coaches is going to stay in court. The Second U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals decided yesterday that Brian Flores has a case.
He kind of does.
And he accused the Giants and the Broncos of sham Rooney Rule interviews, basically saying we've got to check a box, so come on in. We're not hiring you, but you're black, so we want to talk to you.
You know who's going to get very much involved in this, is certainly going to be subpoenaed to talk, is Belichick. Because all this came out of the wrong. Brian got the text.
Yes.
And how the hell did you know?
And the Texans are also named in this as he accused them of retaliating against him for filing the lawsuit.
Truth.
I have said for a long time, I think Brian Flores got a raw deal in Miami. Like
his owner sold it.
His owner was literally asking him to lose football games on purpose, and he got fired for saying no.
What?
Wow.
Like that should have been the bigger story. That's why he got fired, was because he didn't want to lose games on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Which, by the way, in hindsight, tanking for Tua, you got what you deserved, Miami.
Stupid.
But I keep saying Brian Flores is I think the best coach in the NFL who's not a head coach. Like I think every year I'm like, why is no one hiring him?
I think he would be a head coach again, but he is an abrasive dude. He's not and so I think.
Well, and he also is disliked by white billionaire owners.
Well, I mean, he's a hard guy to play for, and I think a lot of guys would agree to that. And then you add in that part of stuff. But it's a testament to his coaching prowess that he is where he is, considering the lawsuits that he's involved with.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how this thing plays out, and it's going to be hard for him. I mean, if he wins the lawsuit, does the NFL unblacklist him? Like, I don't know.
Well, he's not really blacklisted now. He's got a gig.
But he should be a head coach. Like,
well,
what's
that's not going to happen again.
You don't think ever?
Probably not.
That's crazy to me. Like, the idea that Brian Flores can't be a head coach, but Brian Schottenheimer can be.
Well, I think if this lawsuit was brought 5 years ago and he was a younger coach, he would be. But I think that the next, if he is ever a head coach again, it will be a maintenance job. It won't be a building job.
He's 44. He's not an old man.
I agree, but he's a very different personality than he was when this went down. He was a hot coach back then. He should have been considered, and all coaches have their seasons, and every coach knows you got to strike when it's hot because you never know when that opportunity will come again. And he lost that opportunity. When he was hot, that was taken from him. So I think he's got a reason to sue. I'm not sure there's enough to win, but at the very least, the courts have said, yeah, you've got a point here.
Think about this. Like, if you want a case for wrongful firing, Miami in 2020 and 2021 had back-to-back winning seasons for the first time since 2003.
Mm-hmm.
So in 17 years, they hadn't had back-to-back winning seasons. He does it, and after year 2 of that, he's fired. Make it make sense. Well,
he didn't lose the way that his owner wanted him to lose.
That's exactly what it is. And that, to me, man, it's not right. And
you're right. It's not. But it's not called the rightness system.
No, I want to see. I want to see Brian Flores get another chance. I'd have Brian Flores coach my team. I'll tell you that.
I agree. But even when he was the hot coach, there's a lot of players that he rubbed the wrong. He's a tough dude.
Yeah.
He's a tough cat. And
he's a Belichick guy. Yeah. But here's the thing about Belichick guys: if you're winning, people don't really bitch.
Exactly. And
and he was winning. And
well, Vrabel's still coaching, and they're of the same ilk. So, yeah, maybe there's a place for him, but I just feel like every coach has a season, and if you don't strike,
very white.
Well, again, but he was allowed the opportunity to strike when the iron was hot, and Flores was taken from him. So I do think he has a place to sue. Now, you're going to have to quantify exactly what was taken for you to win, but I think the NFL was served notice that this Rooney stuff you're not applying it appropriately.
Well, does anybody in the world, let's just be real for a minute, does anybody in the world believe that there are not owners who say, oh, we've got to abide by this? Who's our black coach that we can interview?
Well,
I think without question that happens in the NFL. As soon as they made that Rooney rule, it's like, well, this is a real easy.
I've been a part of this discussion before for those that were involved in the decision, and we got to remember the reasoning behind this. And the Rooney rule wasn't so that minority coaches would get hired. The Rooney rule was implemented so at the very least they would just get interviewed,
just get their foot in the door.
Just go. You have to go talk to them, and I do think that there has been some benefit there, but there's just. Given the current climate and given where we are in the world today, that kind of Rooney exceptionalism just doesn't sound right.
But
there's a necessary part of it. You can't get rid of it though. It's a necessary thing, but we need to reevaluate the purpose of it other than the opportunity to just practice interviewing. I mean, that sounded great 10 years ago. Now there needs to be some other mechanisms or no mechanism. It's kind of like either do something and do it the right way or don't do anything.
Well, it's like affirmative action. Like at some
do
point,
it right or don't do it at all.
Yeah. And maybe when he decided I'm going to sue the NFL, maybe at that moment he said I'm never going to be a head coach again. That's
like I said, like when coaches get hot and they don't get hired and then they just kind of fade into obscurity. And then when you miss that opportunity, I think you have justifiable reason to go say, I was not afforded my justified right to go apply because I'd been blackballed. And that's unfortunate.
All right, let's hit a break. When we come back, we'll talk about what's going on in the world outside of sports. It's the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Want to see Dallas take on Atlanta at AT&T Stadium? AARP is hooking you up. I want winners. Just head to sasportstar.com and register to win a pair of tickets to the Cowboys' final preseason game, Friday, August 22nd at 6 p.m. 1, 2, 3, Cowboys! It's your chance to catch America's team live before the regular season kicks off. I like this kind of party! From AARP and 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We are working a few trouble spots as you head into your midday commute. On 35 northbound approaching Schwab Road, far northeast side of town. This accident has only the center lane open. It's a 35-40 minute delay. It's heavy from Weederstein. I-10 eastbound approaching UTSA Boulevard. That stalls off to the shoulder. And a stall at 1604 northbound Kylesdale Parkway. Right shoulder blocked. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radio.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. A great alternative to a mobile phone for your kids. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get 60% off. Free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
We're on the air with Joe Exotic. Okay, so we get 2 baby tigers. Like, in 6 months, what do they weigh?
About 80, 90 pounds in 6 months.
80, 90 pounds?
They'll start eating 6 cow a week about a year and a half.
Really? Now, if you have a dog that you don't like, do you just throw it in there?
People have been known to feed their husbands to them, so why not a dog?
The John Clay Wolf Show.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Listen up, San Antonio. At University of Maryland Global Campus, you can get college credit for the stripes you've earned. Turn your military rank into college credit to save time and money on an online degree. Eligible enlisted service members and previously enlisted veterans may receive up to 12 credits for select undergraduate courses based on their rank, and up to 90 credits in total for prior learning, military experience, and training. Classes start soon. Learn more at umgc.edu/SATX.
The Gomez Law Firm has been San Antonio's trusted law firm for 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here with us today. Jose, tell us about the cases you all specialize in.
We do ride-sharing cases, we do 18-wheeler cases, work injuries. We will be happy to take a look at and see if we can help.
If you or your family have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, you need to visit joegomezlaw.com. Call the Gomez Law Firm at 736-4040.
Flight by Yuengling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yuengling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yuengling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yuengling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Gain a global perspective and specialized skills that many of today's top employers are seeking with an MBA from University of Maryland Global Campus. Study online and complete your degree in just 16 months for about $21K. Choose from MBA specializations in global business, marketing, HR, finance, and more. No application fee if you apply by September 3rd. Learn more at umgc.edu. That's umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
Progressive understands that bond between you and your boat. But imagine if something happened to it. Without the boat, you're just Tina with too much boat knowledge. Sure, it's helpful on the water, but with no boat, you're someone who talks way too much about knots, and no one cares what a jib is anyway. Boat Tina could get away with it because she has a boat. So make sure your boat is insured. Get Progressive, America's #1 boat insurer, and then go back to being you, Tina, who owns a boat. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. #1 rating based on boat market share data from ratefilings.com.
JTV Jewelry Television knows you love to sparkle, so now's your time to shine like the star you are. Enter JTV's Shine Like a Star sweepstakes for your chance to win $5,000 in dazzling jewelry from top brands, including Rachel Zoe Jewelry and Judith Ripka Jewelry. Plus, just for entering, get $30 off your next qualifying JTV purchase of $99 or more when you opt in for emails. Enter now at jtv.com/likeastar. And remember, if you love jewelry, you'll love JTV.
If you've got a gas-powered engine, keep it running like new at every fill-up.
Stable in-season protection is your engine's preventative medicine, cleaning and protecting the entire fuel system in season. In outdoor power equipment, prevent gum and varnish buildup that could cause a rough or non-running engine. For cars and trucks, increase fuel efficiency and power by removing deposits, ensuring your engine's long-term health. Stable outperforms the competition in independent lab testing. So at every fill-up, start with Stable.
DQ presents the sound of happy. Hear that? That's the DQ chicken strip basket. Only $7.49 for a limited time. We're talking 4 100% white meat seasoned chicken strips served with fries, Texas toast, and DQ signature country gravy. Yeah, you heard that right. For crunch time and no time, it can only be the DQ chicken strip basket. Just $7.49 for a limited time. Get it delivered in the DQ app. Happy tastes good. At participating locations.
You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime!
Where were they going, Rob?
Nobody told me the way. I don't know.
Where were they going without ever knowing the way?
I don't know.
Yes. Everyone can see the road that they walk on.
It's such a 90s song.
It is very 90s.
Yeah.
Who is this? Wallflowers?
No.
Gin Blossoms?
Fastball.
Some kind of
Fastball.
See, I was going to say some
Curveball.
kind of 2-syllable name.
Yeah. Imagine Bob Dylan's son. You think he'd be responsible for this song?
Jacob, he's a musical genius.
Where were they going without ever knowing the way? Anyone can see the road that they walk on is paved in gold. It's always summer, we'll never get cold. Oh, it's always summer, they'll never get cold. They'll never get old and gray. Gilbert says, if I didn't sing, we wouldn't know what music's playing. You're welcome, Gilbert.
Yep.
That's what he...
We'll make it home, but we really don't care. All right. I like to take this time every show to see what's going on in the world outside of sports. And boy, do we have some good ones today. Some good stories. Let's start with, this one. Bad news for Michael J. Fox.
No.
He's been charged with 2 counts of aggravated fleeing and eluding, 1 count of aggravated DUI.
What? Alex Keaton?
No, different Michael J. Fox, a 28-year-old Michael J. Fox.
If he's driving.
I just wanted to see your reaction. Like, would they let him
not
drive?
Drunk, Ossifer. I have Parkinson's. Oh. Well, you're a star. I guess it's okay if you drive.
No big deal. Yeah, I only thought that was funny because his name was Michael J. Fox, but the story is not noteworthy other than that. But
I was going to be so let down.
I wanted to see Rob's reaction when I said Michael J. Fox.
Alex Keaton got busted with a DUI.
Yeah, he was going 88 miles an hour for some reason in a DeLorean.
And he was shaking like crazy.
Yeah, he's all over the road. All right. How about this one? A man in Miami was pulled over. Now, he was arrested on DUI and child endangerment. 42-year-old man, Scott Thomas Diceroff. When they pulled him over, he was swerving, driving into oncoming traffic. That's not good. There was a 7 and a 9-year-old in the car, also not good. When they asked, what was he doing, he said, I'm going to work. I'm an ICE agent.
Now, let me put my mask on before.
Now,
see, now do I look like one?
Here's the thing, though. He's not an ICE agent. Instead, he was just a drunk dude driving around with his kids.
I'm an undercover ICE agent.
And I don't know that being an ICE agent would have saved him from that.
It's worth a shot.
At that point, hey, you guys hate the Browns?
I can't use that excuse. You're someone agent de yellow.
Yeah, Vic, that's what, if you get pulled over, just say,
I'm not sure I believe it.
I'm an ICE agent. I'm trying to get rid of the Mexicans.
I'm undercover.
I mean, no inglés. A ver, ¿qué tienes?
But
deep cover.
ICE. ICE.
I'm deep pain.
Oh, yeah. And they were like, well, sir, even if you're an ICE agent, you're still not allowed to drive into oncoming traffic while drunk and
With
driving
your
around
kids.
a 7 and a 9-year-old.
¿Por qué?
By the way,
they're agents too.
By the way, this happened at 3:00 in the afternoon.
Oh.
He's just coming back from school.
There's honestly like a time frame, and
he
it's
is
like
Mexican.
from about, well, he's not Mexican.
Oh, okay.
It's from about 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
There should be no alcohol,
If
anything
you get a
involved.
DUI between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m.,
I know a person that did.
you got a real problem, dude.
It was 11 o'clock when
A
they got
long
busted.
lunch.
You got a real problem.
Can you imagine leaning in? The cop goes, "You have to get out of the car." What'd you have for breakfast,
It
brother?
smells like a brewery in there.
Get out of the car.
I mean,
Gum is not hiding it.
no. 3 p.m. DUI with your kids in the car.
Hey, man, the businessman special.
Well,
At
I
All
mean,
Stars.
lot of negative press about ICE agents. I was drinking it away. No big deal.
They should dress like Sub-Zero.
That's a funny one. We're going to give our ICE agents freeze guns. It's going to shoot a ray, and it's going to freeze the Mexicans. They're going to be frozen in their place. And then we're going to carry them to the border and dump them over the wall.
Yeah.
Did you see that poor dude yesterday?
They will thaw out, and they'll be fine. It's very hot in Mexico, very hot.
When Newsom was having his press conference, and just despite him, ICE pulled up, and this poor dude was just delivering strawberries and pulled right into the middle of this thing, and handcuffed and gone. Yeah, they were just there to, to scare, I guess, the Democrats, and this poor cat just delivered strawberries.
Hey, man, I got some
Pulled
berries.
Right
Oh,
no. Hey, look at that guy.
Yeah. Nobody's getting fresh berries this week.
No.
No.
Crazy world, man.
How do you feel about e-bikes?
I'm all for them, but I know if I was on them, I would end up in the hospital.
Do you? I don't understand the purpose of them. Like,
Well, it's bike riding without the pain.
Bike riding seems to me like, I don't know, exercise or leisure. Like
Now you don't have to. Now it's just leisure.
I guess.
You know what I mean?
But why don't you just?
When was the last time you rode a bike? Like literally just got on and pedaled around.
When I lived in Vegas, I have a bike. I ride it. Every
We all
once in a while.
have bikes, but when did you actually ride it?
I haven't rode it since I've lived here, but I used to ride my bike probably 2 or 3 times a week.
What, to the ice house to get a soda?
No, for exercise. I would ride it for a workout.
Get beer.
Go get, your wife take the keys. You had to go.
Got a
So you
DUI.
would actually get out and go ride your bike in Vegas.
Yeah.
It's a dry
Vic,
heat, so it's good.
When was the last time you were on a bicycle?
Actually, last year. Yeah.
Why?
My
Were you
son,
teaching a kid to ride?
No. It was my son had one, and he actually bought another one, and he gave me that one, so I used that one.
I would bet it's been 25 years. Well, no, I
Really?
taught my kids to ride a bike back in about 15 years ago. That might have been the last time I was on it. Why am I going to get on a bike? I got a car.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's too hot for a bike.
Well, I'm not going to work out, but I would get on a bike.
But if
it
I
was
said-
doing all the pedaling for me.
Okay, well you've got one of those bikes that doesn't move at all.
I do.
A Peloton.
Yeah, but it feels like I am because I'm riding up a mountain.
Do you ride that?
Sometimes. No, I depending on the route. Yeah, I ride my
Okay,
bike.
so you ride it.
But that doesn't count. I'm not gonna fall over and break my arm.
But you're doing it for exercise.
Yeah,
That's why people ride bicycles, I think. If you're not a kid, you ride a bike for exercise.
I agree.
E-bikes aren't exercise.
No.
So I'm with you when it comes to e-bikes. If it's not for exercise, just drive your car.
Why am I gonna get? It's hot.
Well, a family of 3 found themselves lost while exploring Yellowstone Park. And their e-bikes ran out of battery.
Ran out of juice. You got to at
Now-
50%. You got to double back.
Now, here's the thing about these e-bikes. Unlike a Tesla, if it ran out of battery, you can't open up the floor and run like Fred Flintstone. That doesn't work.
Right.
But you can
But
pedal
with these
an e-bike.
e-bikes, you can actually ride it like an old school bike. Well, these people who got lost, rather than ride the bikes back, called 911 and had to be. They said we have to be rescued. We're cold. We need help.
That would have been me. I'm not gonna make fun of this at all.
There's pedals.
I didn't buy into this to pedal.
Riding it would make you warm up, right?
No, I'm out.
They're
This
like,
is leisure.
I bought this bike so I didn't have to
Exactly.
pedal.
Come get my ass and bring me something cold to drink while you're doing it.
So it'll go 85 miles.
Imagine calling 911 because your bike ran out of
No,
batteries.
I'd make up an excuse. I'd say I was having bad cramps.
I would say, dude,
or something. Come save me. Not that I'm. Just
what I would do, I would beat the hell out of my e-bike and say a bear got it.
Yeah,
I say I got attacked by a bear. He ate my bike,
ripped my shirt.
I need
sprayed
help.
bear spray.
I need help.
No, I'm not.
I would be way too embarrassed to say, hey, I can't ride my bike back. It was, let's see, how many miles? It was 12 miles.
Oh, you have to send a helicopter. You're going to have to drop me a
It was
basket.
real easy to ride those 12 miles on the battery.
That was downhill.
$20,000 bill for the helicopter?
I don't care. If I can afford an e-bike midway through the
Shoot, I would
great
just
park,
walk.
no, send a helicopter.
I would walk carrying the bike.
911.
I would walk carrying the bike.
Stupid. The sheriff, Dan Springer, says all recreationalists should prepare for the unexpected and know their equipment's limits and have a plan in case it fails.
I did.
Right.
911.
Push the pedals.
No, that doesn't work.
It does.
Nah. This is a battery bike.
It does
No,
work.
they probably broke
Those
the
pedals
chain
are where I
and
put
said-
my
yeah.
feet.
Yeah. I can't pedal.
All right. Let's go to this is a crazy story. A woman in Elba, Oklahoma.
A fine town.
Is it?
I have no idea.
I've got no
It's
idea
right
either.
next to Turnbuckle.
Oh, actually, no, it's Elba, Minnesota.
Oh, not nearly
It
as
was on an
fine.
Oklahoma news page, but it's Elba, Minnesota. An Elba woman found herself in the path of gunfire after pulling up to her apartment Tuesday night, and a suspect search is ongoing. According to the sheriff, the 34-year-old woman had parked on South Main Street when at least 7 rounds were fired.
At her?
At least 2 bullets were embedded in the woman's vehicle.
That's at her.
The woman hid in her car during the shooting.
Smart woman.
The sheriff said the woman called her boyfriend, who was in their apartment playing video games. But because he was wearing headphones and playing video games, he didn't hear the phone ringing and didn't hear the gunshots.
Yeah.
So his girlfriend was outside getting shot, and
thought it was part of the game.
he was like, oh, these Call of Duties are getting super realistic.
What if he was playing Call of Duty?
The sheriff says the shooting was unprovoked and the victim has no idea who's responsible.
Oh, it was provoked.
I got news for you. If I were sitting inside playing video games with my headphones on, my wife was getting shot, she would be so mad at me.
Oh.
Like, I wouldn't be able to recover from that. There's no like, oh, baby, I'm sorry. Let me take you out to a nice dinner. Yeah. Like, she would throw my PlayStation in the trash.
For the sheriff to say unprovoked, somebody unloaded 7 shots at you.
And-
Somebody's
yeah,
mad at you.
somebody's
You
mad.
provoked them. You just didn't realize you had.
Somebody's mad. Good news here. We've got a Catholic priest under investigation.
For?
He has had a years-long relationship with a 17-year-old stripper. Now,
he helped her get her start.
She was a 17-year-old stripper in 2009 when they started the relationship. She is now 33. He is now 61.
All right.
But he did start the relationship when she was 17. And at the time, in the state of Alabama, that was illegal. He also paid her $273,000 to sign a non-disclosure agreement in exchange for an ongoing relationship that would include financial support in exchange for private companionship.
So he's a sugar father.
Yes. A sugar padre.
Sugar padre. Yeah,
Sugar padre.
That's a whole other kink.
She was raised in foster care due to her mother's severe neglect. She said she was hesitant to, but ultimately agreed due to his persistence and the state of mind she was in. Days later, she received two wire transfers of $136,500
Where did the
each.
money come from? Do we know where the money came from?
From the diocese?
The parishioners.
So he was taking it from the church. He was taking it out of
the basket.
Yeah. The tithing was going to the stripper.
Where would a priest get? I mean,
so I'm saying, where did the money come from? Was it the archdiocese paying him off? Did he have a wealthy family?
It was a Venmo account under his name.
He had $200,000
in a Venmo
That's
account?
a wealthy parish.
Wow. Did it have a weed logo?
There's more to this story.
For the parent,
there is.
The Catholic diocese. There we go. Diocese. It's so hard for me to say. Catholic Diocese of Birmingham, I don't think is one of the wealthiest in the country. I wouldn't imagine.
I don't know.
It's in Alabama.
Well, I mean, I saw Driving Miss Daisy.
If there ain't a football attached to it, it ain't that wealthy.
Well, I saw Driving
That's
Miss Daisy.
true.
Finally, this is maybe the worst story of the day. A woman is free to go. A woman named Sharon Irvine is 55 years old. She's walked free from court today.
Good for her.
Her accuser is her husband.
What did she do? What is she accused of anyway?
Well, he would not have sex with her. And she...
That's a reason for divorce.
She has... Her haircut looks like if Trent Reznor was blonde.
She looks a lot like Trent Reznor, too. She's got a little bit of a Karen cut.
Trent Reznor was blonde.
That's a little bit of a Karen cut, too.
Yeah.
A little wedge action going.
And, I mean...
It's a Karen cut.
Okay, I'm gonna make this picture big. I want you to zoom in on it. And I want you to tell me, all honesty, don't look at the hair. Does that person in the face look like Joe Reinagle?
There's some Joe Reinagle to it.
There is.
Like a little bit of Reinagle, the nose and the
Not the
cheekbones.
hair.
I'll give him that.
That's Joe Reinagle. If he had nice hair,
well, no, he's got better hair than her.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If
she had Joe's hair, she'd look like Kurt Warner's wife.
Maybe so. Maybe so.
So he refused to have sex with Joe Reinagle.
He wouldn't have sex with her, and instead he masturbated in front of her.
Well, we've all got our own particular wappos.
Well, in retaliation for this blatant act of disrespect, she grabbed his testes satchel and twisted it.
Ouch.
Until there was a bloodbath in the bathroom or in the bedroom.
What?
It says there was blood everywhere. He had to have multiple stitches for a laceration to his scrotum. They have been together for 14 years. They're still together.
Nope.
I keep saying there's more to this story. I think he forgot his safe word. I think he was trying to come up with maple syrup, but he couldn't come up with it, and she kept twisting.
Yeah.
Maple syrup.
She said,
and you so much as graze that area.
Dude.
No.
She said,
put your pants on.
She admitted to it originally. I mean, she says she welcomed the officers in. She called the police saying
while holding a nut.
She said, I've done wrong. She called the police. They went to the bedroom area where she was cautioned, and she stated that she heard him pleasuring himself, and that had angered her because he was not giving her sex. And that's when she grabbed him and caused the injury. She said she grabbed and twisted. Her fingernails dug in during the twist.
Oh, my God.
And
it's a big old no.
So she was arrested for what?
For assault.
Would it be considered a sexual assault?
I would have to be, right?
I would think. And she's now free?
She had called police and attacked her husband and said, get here fast. There's a lot of blood.
I've ripped his sack off. Okay, so did she go to jail?
Nope, she's now walked free.
So she did go to jail, but she has been exonerated.
She's been exonerated.
Did he not testify against her?
He refused to prosecute.
Well, you know why?
Because she's got his balls in her purse.
She's holding them in a small little case.
That's right. She's got him by the balls.
Literally got him by
the balls.
I don't believe this story.
Are you calling the news in England a liar?
I think She's British. This is a British
story. Yeah.
I thought this was like Alabama.
makes more
I
sense
figured
now.
this was like Alabama or something.
I
think she was trying
Alabama.
to. I think she walked in and she made him think that she was going to help him out.
Have either of your wives ever caught you
No.
taking care of it yourself?
Like, my advice to my sons was make sure your bathroom door is always locked.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that would be a nightmare, right?
And lock the bedroom doors.
Did your parents ever catch you? Either one of you?
Nope.
No. I caught my parents.
Oh, that's a bad
I
one.
walked in on the parents once.
Ooh.
Oh, that's something.
You don't get over that.
No.
What position were they?
That's
I think
don't say.
there was a lot going on.
It matters.
There was a lot going on.
Like, were they under the blanket or over the blanket?
You're making me relive some very. I'm gonna have to go back to therapy.
Under the blanket is okay.
It took 4 years of therapy to get that out of your head,
and preferably missionary. But if they were standing, oh my God, that's the nightmare, isn't it?
Yeah. No, we're going down some avenues that I thought I'd work my way through.
He knew.
I mean, I'm just trying to help you.
No, you're not helping at all.
Yeah. No.
It's that no matter what happens.
So
you never get over that.
So you don't want to tell me what position?
I'm not even going to know. Not going to even.
He knew their kink.
Not even going to begin.
Your parents never walked in on you, or your kids never walked in on you?
I got caught by a girlfriend's parents, but not mine.
Okay.
I mean, I was
walking.
No,
but I mean, you told me that story.
Did your kids ever walk in on you?
They did, but I don't think they knew it.
Okay.
I don't think they realized they had.
My wife is a big door locker.
This was when they were so young that we didn't really think we had to lock the door, and then you look over and there's Mom?
Hey, I locked,
how long you been
I
in
locked
here?
the door and put a chair under.
Still?
Yeah. I don't want to take any chances.
Why would your kids go in your room? They're grown.
It does.
This was back in the day.
No, this was earlier.
It's
Yeah,
not
but
like your
even
daughter's
now,
going to be like, I'm having a nightmare. I need to your youngest is what, 22?
No, but we had the grandkids in the house.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
So I got to make sure that they're not. And there's a time where, we're in there, and then you could just hear them move the doorknob, like they're really trying, and it's distracting, and it's like
when you're trying to carve out time, we got 5 minutes.
Yeah. I have the TV loud.
Hurry up.
I have the TV really loud.
God, I've got to know what position your parents were in.
It's gonna drive him nuts.
It couldn't be missionary.
I'm not
There's
even
zero
gonna-
chance of that because, like, Rob would have just said missionary under the blankets.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying that that's a very private matter that I'm not going to bring up about with my deceased mother and father. This is just something that went down in the 70s that I don't think either one of them wants to have brought up.
Did you tell your siblings?
No.
So they don't know?
No. Why would I? No. Why would I want to inflict that on them?
I mean, I wouldn't want to carry
Most
that burden
people
alone.
are pretty sure that they are in fact Jesus Christ and were born by some sort of divine intervention. No, your parents went at it.
Yeah, and they still might.
Well, I hope they are, if they're able.
They still might.
I hope they are, but that's something you just don't ever get over.
Do you think your brother would want to know now?
I doubt it. No, why would you? Would
No,
you
he's
and your
gotta-
brother have talked about it? Like, hey, you know what I just saw? No.
I think so.
No, you wouldn't. I'm telling you. You're like, I hope I can unsee this.
You can't.
I hope.
So they weren't under the covers.
I will confirm or deny nothing.
Oh my God.
Remember, he's
I'm
a
not even
family
saying
full
it
of
was
lawyers.
I'm not even saying it was inside.
What?
I'm just saying
You're
I
talking-
walked in. I'm not confirming or denying anything.
Was this in a tent?
Like I said, I'm not. I'm just saying I walked in on a time that I
Dude,
did not expect.
It was at a concert.
Was this in the 70s?
It was a long time ago. Yeah.
Oh, and Rob's dad must have been such a stud back in the days. He's like
Oh,
an
he
Air
had
Force pilot. That's a badass dude.
Yeah.
He
He's rocking
doesn't
the bell bottoms
he
with that
doesn't
big
do
collar.
soft sex.
No
I
didn't actually see any movement, but I can tell you, just one of those things. And there's a lot of guys out there right now and girls going, "Yeah, that sucked." I really wish I hadn't seen that.
All right. Well,
I really wish I had not witnessed. I didn't know he had a mole there.
oh no.
That's an odd array of freckles you got there, Mom.
All right, we'll be right back to wrap up the show. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star is calling all golfers. The Fall Golf Classic is back. Mark your calendars for Monday, September 29th, and lock in your spot for one of the most fun golf events of the year at the Olympia Hills Golf Club. For just $120 per player or $400 for a foursome, you'll get 18 holes of fun, friendly competition, and non-stop laps with your crew. But don't wait. Spots will sell out fast. And once they're gone, they're gone. This isn't your average uptight tournament. It's all about cutting loose, enjoying the day, and supporting a great cause. The Community Foundation of the Hill Country. Presented by the Law Office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, and sponsored by Flight by Yingling and PPL Motorhomes. And when the final putt drops, the party's just getting started. Head over to the Break Room Bar on Pat Booker Road for the official after party. Cold drinks, great food, and the perfect finish to a perfect day. Don't get left out. Grab your crew, grab your clubs, and get ready for a Monday you won't forget. Sign up now at sasportstar.com.
Free products and services are the best. They're next to non-existent, though. But the next best thing does exist. Barter. Alamo Barter. Right here in San Antonio, if you have a business and provide a product or service, you can barter with hundreds of other businesses that are already members. From trips to a medical visit, restaurants, and home services, Alamo Barter is a great way for you to trade out your skills with others. Call Alamo Barter or visit them online at alamobarter.com. alamobarter.com.
Circa Million and Circa Survivor are back with a massive $21 million in guaranteed prizes. Circa Million, pick 5 games against the spread each week. 126 ways to win with $6 million guaranteed. Circa Survivor, 1 pick a week, no point spread. Last the longest to win it all. $15 million guaranteed. Enter in Nevada, play from anywhere. $21 million guaranteed. Visit circasports.com for details.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right. Free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
With Robinhood, not only can you trade individual stocks and ETFs, you can also seamlessly buy and sell crypto at low costs. Trade all in one place. Get started now on Robinhood. Trading crypto involves significant risk. Crypto trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Crypto LLC. Robinhood Crypto is licensed to engage in virtual currency business activity by the New York State Department of Financial Services. Crypto held through Robinhood Crypto is not FDIC insured or SIPC protected. Investing involves risk, including loss of principal. Securities trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC, a registered broker-dealer.
A SoFi personal loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible, overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right. Pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
Have you or a loved one been arrested? Call the law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, and get the aggressive legal help you deserve. From criminal defense to personal injury, attorney Jesse Hernandez and his powerhouse team are ready to fight for your rights. Calls are answered 24/7 because legal trouble doesn't keep office hours. Call 210-807-8656 or visit jessehernandezlaw.com. That's jessehernandezlaw.com. The law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, has your back.
Get a $15 O'Reilly Auto Parts gift card after rebate when you buy 5 quarts of select Mobil 1 synthetic motor oil in-store or online.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Saturday afternoon at 6. The Cowboys are back home from training camp for their second preseason game, taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Pre-game at 5. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
The NFL lives right here. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
All right, we got a quick rundown here on the Morning Huddle for the Daily Lines. We went too long talking about Rob's parents' sex life, and I thought...
Hold on here.
It's the Morning Huddle's look at the Daily Lines with AJ and Rob on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
And I thought Rob was going to tell me during the break. He didn't tell me, just for those of you out there wondering.
Yeah. Oh, that's in the vault, baby.
Give you a couple of NFL lines.
Away.
Tonight, Titans -3 in Atlanta, total 37.5. Seahawks -3 against the Chiefs, total 39.5. The games tomorrow, the Texans are 2.5-point favorites against the Panthers, and the Cowboys 1.5-point dogs at home against the Ravens. UFC this weekend, big fights. The main event, Khamzat Chimaev, Dricus du Plessis.
It's going to be a big one.
Khamzat's a -250 favorite. I played Khamzat inside the distance. If the fight goes to a decision, I think he loses anyway. So if you pick him to finish, it's -150. I like that. And the co-main event, Lerone Murphy against Aaron Pico. Lerone Murphy's undefeated, has been in the UFC for a long time, beaten a lot of dudes. Aaron Pico has lost 4 times, all in Bellator, like a smaller organization. This is his first UFC fight on short notice, and he's a -170 favorite. Give me Lerone Murphy, the underdog, +150 in that one. Very odd fight odds, no pun intended, on that one. So we didn't have a lot of time for Daily Lines. I apologize. The Rangers, Jacob deGrom, they are -115 in Toronto. Chris Bassett going for the Blue Jays. And the Astros send Fromber to the hill tonight. They're -230 favorites against Brandon Young and the Orioles. Brandon Young, a made-up person. That does it for us this week, friends. That's the whole show. I wish we could be here all day. My voice survived the week, kind of.
Better.
You put in 4 days.
Let's hope
Solid
on
work.
Monday. Hope on Monday I'm back to normal, back to singing my songs. Blitz coming up at 2. You guys have a good weekend.